Welcome everybody to another episode of We Don't Know Jack podcast. We got Emily here today.
Hello.
We got Casey back again.
Howdy.
Lucas is not here today. He's at the Cardinal game. We got our first actual guest that's not a co-host. Just dropping stuff everywhere. I don't know where that went. Our first guest, he's a national champion shotgun shooter. Welcome, Jake Deane, to the podcast.
Thanks for having me, guys. That's pretty cool.
We're excited to talk to you today. How you guys all doing today?
I'm alive.
You're alive? You said that last time.
Yeah, it's going to be my new thing now.
Yeah, it's just your thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, class got moved to the Young Auditorium. It's History of World Cinema with Peter. Very good class. But they didn't even tell him that they moved it. And so there's people in the Lindenwood Theater, and I was like, you're kidding me, right? Couldn't even watch the movie we were supposed to watch today. Great day, though.
Hell yeah.
Didn't have to go to class, I'll tell you that much.
Can't beat that.
Yeah.
I did radio today. Casey, anything exciting happened truck driving?
Saw a truck catch on fire.
Oh?
Yeah, that was interesting. I tried telling him when he was passing me, and he didn't have a CB, so my kid saw it catch on fire, just drove on.
What?
What?
Well, I did see it last second. Well, this truck just blowing by me, and his wheels are fucking smoking. And I'm like, hey, you got your trailer's gonna catch on fire. And he didn't hear me or say nothing. And then I don't know, about 30 minutes later.
No, you're good. The counter.
I said fuck a few times, so we gotta start counting again.
Yeah, that's a running segment. I think
But anyway,
that's
he pulled over on a ramp, and last second as I'm passing by, I see his wheel just start catching on fire. And so I figured, he probably knows. And then I look at my mirror, and the guy never even gets out of his truck, so I don't even think he knew it was on fire. So it's probably not a truck anymore, but that'll happen sometimes.
I heard Jack forgot to do his voice track hours today.
I didn't forget. I chose not to do them until 5:30.
Okay.
He
You chose not to do them?
I forgot to do
supposed
it.
to do?
He waited.
It was supposed to be
waited.
in by 6, and I got it in by 6.
Okay.
6, 7, and 8 o'clock. All of them were done.
That's good. Hey, that's on time. That's what I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
I got it. The 6 o'clock I did at like 3 o'clock. 3:30 I did it around then. And then I did the 7 o'clock hour and the 8 o'clock hour at 5:54. As long as it's in there, right?
Yeah, that's what she said.
How was helping your friends move this weekend, Casey?
It was fun. We got drunk and smoked a lot, and didn't break. I don't think we broke anything, actually.
Yeah, you did. You threw the shelf
Yeah,
off the...
you posted a video.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's right. We did break that, but
You said-
that's because he was going to throw it away. So
You said this is how you help your friends move, and you threw a shelf off a balcony.
Yeah.
And Dawson goes, Casey, you broke my shelf.
He's like, anyone want this? And I'm like, can I throw it off the back deck? And he goes, do it. I go, hell yeah.
That was pretty funny.
It was a lot of fun doing it, not gonna lie.
The,
But past that, I don't think. Although we did forget on the way here, I looked at my back seat and realized I still have his mirror in my back seat, so I forgot to give that to him apparently. But yeah, that'll happen.
You just have his mirror.
So I don't know what it is. It's something big and breakable under a blanket in my back seat. I don't really know what it is.
Is it
big and
it's either
breakable?
glass or a mirror or something. I didn't put it in there. We were just loading shit wherever, and it kind of blended in with the back seat, so I just missed it getting it out. I texted him on the way. I'm like, hey, I still have something of yours in here. And how I didn't notice it over like the whole camping trip, I don't know, but I didn't. So
Yeah, how'd you guys like the eclipse? Did you guys pay attention to that?
yeah,
I did, yeah. Well, we spent like an hour. I got out of class at noon, went to Spelman with some of my buddies on the team, and then we spent like from 12:30 to 1:40 going to like every single place that like Circle K that we thought had glasses. Not a single place had glasses. So we went to Schnucks. Schnucks was our last resort. We got there at like 1:40, and all the workers are just outside with glasses, and we just started sharing them with people. Then one guy had to go back into work, and he just gave us his glasses.
That was nice.
I'm like,
fair enough.
cool.
I didn't
Nice.
think. I mean, I know it didn't hit 100% in St. Charles. In Eureka, it hit 99. And last time it happened in 17, Casey?
Yeah.
Do you remember? You were in high school still?
yeah.
Do you remember we all went outside in the field and it was fun and it was like a
stayed
whole
home.
thing? Oh, you stayed home that
Yeah,
day?
I didn't want to go to school.
Oh,
No, so that one wasn't as dark as this one. So we went
Well,
down
I
to southern
would say the other way
Missouri.
around.
Ours was full. Back in
Yeah.
Kansas City,
That's
it was a
'cause
full
it's-
eclipse in 2017.
Yeah,
Well, it's only 99% here, and that 1%,
It's
it doesn't go like literally. It's like that 1% is the
Huge.
huge difference.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's massive.
I was watching with my mom in my backyard,
Yeah.
and it was just like, really, that's it?
Yeah.
Because it got cold, and it got kind of dark. Every dog in the neighborhood was barking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we went camping down at Sam A. Baker, and there it got dark. Not like pitch dark, but
Dark.
it looked like it was like 8:30 in the summer or 9 or whatever it is. You know what I mean? Where it's
Right.
just about dark. But looking up at the sun or at the moon over the sun, it was the coolest freaking thing. It's like it almost looked like an LED light coming out from behind the moon, just like a ring. It was the coolest damn thing.
It's a lot cooler when it's total.
Yeah.
Like
Definitely.
when it's this partial one, like it's still cool, but it's not the same whatsoever.
Yeah,
Did-
we were at like 95% totality, I think.
Okay. I think we were 98 or 99 in Eureka.
Yeah, St. Louis was supposed to be 99, so I mean roughly. But as I said, that 1%
It
makes a difference of everything. Yeah.
Yeah, I was a little disappointed with it. I didn't think it was as cool as I thought it would be.
Now, if you go into totality, it's like the 100% range. It's way better.
Yeah.
Way better.
Casey, get closer to the mic.
Yes.
Back away. Actually, just turn him up. Make it easier. Just turn him up.
I'm like an inch from the mic.
Yeah, and your levels are low. My levels are low.
Well, that's
No,
your
they're not. We're
microphone's
good.
fault.
All right, Jake. So let's get into this.
Yeah.
National champion shotgun shooter.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Was this first time, second time? I know Lindenwood has a really good shotgun team.
We do. We have this is our 17th,
Jesus.
but the first 16 were in a row, and so we hadn't won in about 6 years.
Okay.
Texas A&M is the team to like fight for this, and first year we lost. The second year we went to a different nationals, and this year we had tied A&M overall out of 3,000 targets. It's never happened before. It's 29-19 out of 3,000. We tied them. We had to go into a shoot-off, which is like a playoff. So, like, say it's like a shootout in hockey.
Right.
It's like overtime. And so we had to shoot off for every event. In the end, we beat them by 3 targets and won the national championship.
Is that really close? For
That's
shotgun?
really close. Yeah, I mean, there's never been a tie. And I think that's one of the highest scores ever for nationals by 2 teams. There's never been a tie before for 20 years. So we wanted it, and we got it, and it was really cool. We've been fighting for it for years. Ever since I got here, it's like my goal was to just win a national championship, and it was really cool to do it. It came down to trap for them, which
What is trap?
so trap's a line game, as we call it. So the targets are similar. There's trap, skeet, and sporting clays, and there's the doubles of those events. And trap is basically you stand. It's the most familiar one for most people that don't shoot shotgun sports.
Is that when you yell pull and fire?
Well, that's all shotgun sports,
Oh.
obviously. But
I don't know anything about
yeah, I
shotguns at all.
But trap's a target that comes out of a house in front of you, and they're all straightaways, or not straightaways, but they're all going out in front of you. So it's the most similar to something that you do not for competition if you're just out shooting with your grandparents or,
Like
your,
skeet
or your dad.
shooting?
Skeet shooting's different. Clay target shooting is like the whole thing. A lot of people call them skeets, the targets. They're not. They're clays.
Right.
Because they're made out of they're not made out of clay though. They're made out of pitch, and some of them are made out of like biodegradable materials. And so that they're this target's about 108 millimeters in diameter. It's a circle, and they fly in trap. They fly around 50 miles an hour. In skeet, they're 45. And in sporting, it's anything up to 70 miles an hour. And so in trap, which is what it came down to for them, that was their last event to shoot. They shot all 98s. We shot a 500. So we had
Say that again?
we shot a 500 out of 500.
Oh,
so
wow.
top 5 scores are taken. We had a perfect round. 5 people on our team shot perfect scores. And they had 98s, which ultimately made us tie. And so we went back. We were already back at our hotel because we only had one thing to shoot that day. We'd gotten dinner and all that stuff. A few of us were down at the San Antonio River Walk, which is really cool. It's right near the Alamo. It's crazy. The funniest thing about that place is that it's this river in the middle. It's about like probably a 3-foot drop. There's not a single railing on this whole like mile long river walk, and there's bars all throughout it. And I'm sitting here thinking, what if somebody gets absolutely plastered at this bar and then
Go swimming.
walks out walks out of this bar, stumbles, and falls into this river. How are they going to get him out? There's boats that go through this thing.
Right.
Like
what happened to that kid in Nashville.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
The Mizzou kid in Nashville.
Yeah. Like, but obviously this, I feel like you'd be seen here.
Right.
If he fell in, like, it'd be pretty obvious, just like seating along this river.
Right.
That's a little off topic, but San Antonio is a great place.
Yeah, it's really cool when I've been down there.
Great food and all that stuff. But guns do get stolen there a lot.
Guns do?
Yeah.
Jesus.
So at the range, like, these guys will come around and they'll mark with like a invisible UV marker cars that they think have expensive guns in them, and they'll follow you or like go to the hotels near, turn a black light on, and if they see that UV mark that they've made, they're gonna break into your truck or your car. They usually go for like the guys that have the F-250s, and they just steal them because those are so easy to steal.
The trucks?
Oh,
Yeah, and so the police department in San Antonio has a no chase rule for stolen cars, and so these things will like go to the border and get lost.
What?
And that's a big problem that we always have to work. Luckily, nothing happened this year, but it usually happens at like the big nationals, which
Why do
is
they do it there?
non-collegiate. Huh?
Why do they do it in San Antonio then if they have that?
Because they own it there. That's one of the biggest ranges in the country.
Okay.
And that's where like the national organization's headquarters are, so that's where they do it. But a lot of people are like, well, obviously people come every year, but they're like, why do I want to come if my truck keeps getting stolen? But back to the main topic here. Yeah, it was really cool. We shot 600 targets over 3 days, or 4 days, 3.5 days. And so top 5 scores from the team are taken for out of 500 for each event. There's 6 events. It's 3,000 targets. We missed 81 targets total, out of 3,000.
Holy cow.
And so did A&M.
How is that even possible?
It's just a lot of people have perfected their craft.
That's insane.
Yeah.
You guys tied?
Yeah, we work at it all year. So
Right.
This is the ultimate goal. And it came. So that was pretty cool.
Is it a year-round sport, or is it just in the fall, spring?
I mean, we shoot in the fall and spring, but like if we shoot on our own time, like say for the national organization, essentially like it's like pro ball kind of.
Right.
Like there isn't like a difference. There's not like a pro league for shooting. Mm-hmm. It's everybody can shoot any of the regional and national and world events. And so those happen throughout the year. Usually the winter is the time that events don't happen, but your local range will host a registered event every month. So there isn't really an off season. I usually take like a few weeks off in the winter, and I'll go on vacation in the summer and take a few weeks off there. But right now is kind of like an off time for me. I shoot, but I don't shoot like how much I was practicing every week.
What are practices like? Because I know, you football, they're beating the crap out of each other.
Yeah.
Shooting's not the
No,
most
I mean,
tedious sport on your body.
Yeah, it's a fully mental sport. I mean, the physical act of shooting does not cause much physical strain to yourself.
Is there a lot of kickback from the shotguns you use?
No. I mean, if I were to put it into your hands and you shot it with, this is nothing against you, with a form that I'd assume you'd have.
I've never shot a gun, so.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it'd kick back on you. But
you've been doing it for however long.
Yeah, I mean, the difference between any of the people that were at nationals, if they were to mount their shotgun, and if say you or somebody that hasn't shot clay targets like consistently, would be night and day. Right. Like it would look similar to somebody who doesn't know it, but if somebody that does shoot the sport would look at it, they'd see a major difference, and you'd feel the pain of it. And that's the one thing is like fit's really important. And so my stock was tailor-made in Portugal to my measurements and my body. So it fits me perfectly. It's not going to fit you perfectly or anybody else, but if they're a shotgun shooter, they can probably mount it and shoot it okay. There's a lot of things to like think about when you go into making something like that. And you see like people that come in with like horrible fit, and they're like, well, why am I missing? And why am I like not, why does it hurt? Like, it's not supposed to hurt. It obviously it's a shot going off. There's like
It's an explosion in
like,
your hands, basically.
yeah, it's like 7,000 pounds of pressure in the barrel, and so the majority of that goes out the front, and it kind of goes in like it goes on every side. So, but the main is going to go up and back. So your muzzle will go up when you shoot, obviously because of the geometry, and some of it will push back and be absorbed by your body. A lot of us, so if you were to feel like my chest, you'd see that over here there's a lot more tissue here because I shoot right-handed.
Right.
And then this one is, because of that, is kind of more tailored to the constant impact of that. And there's a pocket in your shoulder. And so you want to mount in that pocket. So when you do that, you can feel a pocket here, like right here. And that's where the majority of it goes. And it comes down like that. So it goes from there to there.
He's pointing to right above right underneath his shoulder.
Yeah,
so
like you can feel if you feel your shoulder right where your ball meets, like the ball of your arm meets and connects to your shoulder, there's going to be a big bone there, and about a few centimeters under you should feel like this hill, and then there's that pocket that you can kind of feel where there's no bone or no muscle, and if you move it over a little bit, that's usually where you mount. But you can really mount anywhere. You just don't want to mount on a bone, because your collarbone's right there. If you mount on a bone, it's just going to hurt.
That would hurt a lot.
Yeah. And
collarbones are sensitive, too.
Most people don't do that, and it would be very uncomfortable if you tried to do that. So, yeah, I mean, it's a complicated sport. It's easy to get into. Don't really know if you can even call it a sport. It's more of a competition. But if we're going to call, like, chess a sport, then I think we should call precision sports a sport.
Chess boxing is a sport.
Yeah.
You ever seen that?
Just boxing?
Yeah.
This is really off topic here.
That's okay. We go.
That's fine.
That's
Yeah,
what the
Well,
show.
put it this way,
I've
if
not seen
NASCAR's
chess
a sport,
box,
that's a
but-
sport.
Yeah. I mean, it takes hard work. It's competition. So
Yeah.
you mentioned practice. It's more of like you just shoot. Are you just shooting in practice the whole time, or
Well, you're trying to
you doing eye drills?
No. We shoot. I mean, eye drills is like on your own time. So we'll shoot a round, which is 100 at each practice, and then one practice we have extra shells to practice on, and we have a training grid that has 11 machines that are set for sporting clays, which is more comparing to golf, if you can, where golf has 18 holes. Usually a sporting clays course has 14 stations with 2 targets each, and all of that will add up to 100. And that's the closest like comparison really to say. Any sport that would have a course that you go through, like say disc golf or golf, anything golf related, is probably the most similar thing to sporting clays, but it's much different. So sporting clays is mainly the thing I do. I go around and do that, and it's really fun, obviously, because I do it. And why would I do it if it wasn't fun?
Exactly right.
Yeah, it's fun, and I'd say it's the most challenging one on your mental game, in terms of preparing for a target, but the most challenging one mentally for keeping in the game would be trap or skeet, mainly because trap, you're kind of sitting there, you got to shoot every round. And skeet, you can rotate between, you have time off. Trap, you don't.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, and yeah. What's your next question? I'm running out of things here.
What kind of hearing protection do you use? Because shotguns are loud.
Yeah, they are loud. It's
your
very
hearing
important to have that.
Damaged at all?
No, my hearing, not really. Obviously, like there's been times where when I'm shooting rifles or I'm shooting shotguns where when I used to use molded earplugs, they'd come loose and you kind of feel it in there. But yeah, my hearing's pretty good. I'd say I don't really notice any tinnitus or anything like that. But when people do, that was funny. When people, yeah. Yeah. All right, people, I'm 20 here. All right. So, I mean, when you do stuff like that and you shoot without hearing protection, it's a big no-no. Mainly, like, it's a safety issue, but it's safety for yourself, not for safety for somebody else.
Right.
Because you want to keep your ears. Like, your ears and your eyes are the two things that you can never heal, really. Like, ears and eyes obviously can heal, but they're not going to go back to what they were before. And, like, if you, yeah. So I use SWATCOM Active 8s, which are over ears. And they're similar to, like, say, the $50 walkers you could buy at Walmart that are those over-ear earmuffs that you can turn on electronically. But these ones have a better chip in them, and the sound that comes out of them while somebody's shooting is better. If you were having a conversation with me and somebody was shooting 2 feet away from me and they fired a shot, I'd still be able to hear you, but I wouldn't be able to hear the shot because it's a pass-through system. It has 2 speakers in there. One of them is based on, because I've opened them up, like, not opened them up, but I've taken taken it apart and looked at it. Not taking it apart, but taking the muff part off and looked at the insides. There's 2 speakers in there, if I'm correct. One of them is for speaking, and one of them is for the ambient sounds. So the ambient sounds is going to be where the shot is, and I think it works within like within like 0.1 milliseconds, or like to deaden a shot. It's like 4 levels. I like them a lot more than I liked other ones, mainly because they're comfortable and they work. And they have a lifetime warranty, and you can bring them underwater. Not that I'm going to be underwater. But,
underwater shotgun shooting? Is that a thing?
No, it wouldn't work because of ballistics. I mean, like,
I didn't think it would work.
You couldn't throw a target either.
Underwater welding's a thing. So
it is, yeah.
I mean, almost as good as underwater basket weaving.
I mean, who would have thought you could weld something underwater?
They make a lot of money.
I just don't think you could shoot something underwater. You can shoot something, but you couldn't shoot it accurately at a target.
Would it even fire the gun? I feel like
the gun would fire. Yeah. Oh, okay. I mean, the firing pin would hit the primer. The primer would ignite the powder, and it'd probably shoot, but it wouldn't. It would the velocity would go down immediately. So the shells that we shoot are anywhere from 1145 feet per second up to 1,400 feet per second, which, I don't know, if I do some quick calculations here, I can get you the miles per hour.
That's pretty quick, though.
But yeah.
Are you a gun guy?
I don't know much about them. I like shooting them. I don't know much about them.
Meters per second to...
I've been shooting. I don't know, like, types of guns.
I'm the only one that hadn't shot one.
You're the only one that hasn't shot it?
You need to. It's fun. He'll probably tell you it's really fun.
Yeah. So you're looking at like...
I was to college for it, so...
You're looking at like 800 to 950 miles an hour.
Good Lord.
For the shot coming out. But like, because of ballistics and all that, it goes down almost immediately.
Yeah.
And a lot of people like are like, how hard can it be? It's a target. You shoot right at it. It's
harder
like,
than you think.
It's hard.
You can't.
I can't hit a still target.
Lead's really important in the game. And a lot of people are like, well, it's really fast. You should just be able to point right at it. No, you gotta lead stuff a lot, and it's like, it's weird. Like, even I don't sometimes understand it. Like, how is this target that's only 45 yards away require me to put 5 to 6 feet at the barrel on the target? Like, that doesn't make sense. Like,
right.
If it's traveling that fast, how is it not braking at a lesser lead?
How many people are on the team?
So our traveling squad is 45 people.
Jeez.
And we have a total of like 70.
Okay.
So
I heard, I don't know if it's true, but the guys and girls are on one team.
Huh?
Are the guys and girls?
Yeah,
on
we're
one
co-ed.
You're co-ed.
Yeah, we're co-ed. I mean, like we don't.
It's not a contest. You're not beating the crap out of each other.
No, I mean, at the end of the
Shooting a
day,
shotgun.
it's like whoever shoots the highest score will be on there, and we have girls on our team that can shoot high scores. Like they perfected their craft, so there's no real need to like separate it. Like we're both competing for the national title for the team.
Right.
But when it comes to like individually, we're competing against each other, and they have their own class too for lady. And so yeah.
Okay, cool. Are you one of the better shooters on the team, would you say? Be honest, don't be humble here.
I don't know. I mean,
Yeah, but you guys
like,
are all good. Obviously, you're D1 shotgun shooters.
yeah. I mean, I'd say I'm pretty high in the Sporting Clays rankings for the team. I can usually put up a score there. I shot a 96 in double strap, which I usually don't shoot much.
That's pretty good.
Which was pretty good for the team on that one. It was tied for one of our top 5 scores, so that was pretty good. And yeah, I mean, I can pretty much shoot the majority of the games, but I like to focus on Sporting Clays because it's the one I like the most. I think the other ones are boring sometimes, like a lot of people do. And I like it because I get to travel and get to shoot in beautiful places. So yeah.
How long you been shooting for?
This is my 7th or 8th year. I don't really recall. Yeah, probably
Since
seventh or 8th years competitively. I shot my first gun when I was like 4 or 5.
Dang.
So yeah.
Casey, how old were you the first time you shot a gun? 20?
No, I don't remember.
You have no idea.
No, 12, 13, 14, 15, somewhere in there.
That's a big
12,
difference.
13, 14, 15, 16, I don't know.
Emily?
I remember a few instances, but my first one I don't remember.
It wasn't that long ago. I feel like it might have been like maybe 3-5 years ago.
Okay. What's your favorite part about shotgun shooting, Jake?
Like I said, getting to travel is really fun. Go places I never thought I could go. This past summer, I shot in 2 world championships in the United Kingdom and Hungary.
Wow.
In Europe. Did you
win?
Huh?
Did you win?
No, you wouldn't have known that if I won. But no, I did better than I expected. I was there were like 1,500 people there, and I think I was in the top 200.
Nice.
Which is good.
You said 1,500. You were top 2.
Yeah, top 200.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
really impressive.
I liked it. I was it was a good experience. It's all different over there, and I really went into it with the attitude of like, it's a world championship. I don't think I can win outright, obviously, because I'm shooting against people like George Digweed, and he's a big name in the sport. He has 27 world championships.
Oh wow! So this isn't just college. This is
like that. No,
world championship.
this is everything. This is against adults and people younger than me, and
so you were
all that stuff.
Top 200 in the world of just shotgun shooters.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
in FITAS, which is the French version of sporting, which adds some added challenges to it. It's closest to 5-stand, which is a variation of Sporting Clays, where there's 8 machines on a field. There's 5 shooting stations next to each other, and they all throw a different menu of 5 targets. But FITASC is more of 3 hula hoops on the ground. You've got a menu of singles that you have 2 shots at, and 2 doubles, or 1 double on each. And it was made by the French. It's the most popular one in Europe. That's their version of what we call Sporting Clays here. And you start at a lower gun, so your gun doesn't start mounted. You start at a line that's about 28 centimeters from the top of your shoulder. So right above your collarbone, like we just discussed. Where the hump of your back goes down to your chest, and you have to put your stock under there, and once you call for the bird, you can mount the gun, and that just adds added challenge on certain birds.
You get set up quicker than.
Yeah, I mean, you got to get there. Like, you can't shoot it right out of the trap because your gun's not mounted.
Right.
Are
you standing up or laying down most of the time? Or
What?
Are you standing up, laying down? How are you shooting?
Standing up.
Okay.
We don't lay down.
'Cause I've seen people do the lay down shotgun.
So yeah, I mean that's trick shot people.
Okay.
A lot of the pros in the game do trick shot stuff. Exhibition shooting is the official name of it. People hire them, for events or private stuff, and they will shoot the trick shot method and stuff like that. Do some pretty impressive stuff. which is cool, like shooting from the hip or like shooting upside down or through your legs or something.
Jesus.
And yeah, I mean that's cool. That's a whole different thing. The best thing I can do is occasionally hit a target from under my arm, which is from the hip, as you'd call it, or over my head. I've done that a couple times.
Over your head.
Wow.
Hey, you hold it up
Shit.
and then just aim like that.
And you hit the target?
Yeah, I mean it's all eyes. You don't aim. You don't aim in the game.
Oh, you
like
don't?
no.
You don't set your eye through that little thing and
No. The shotguns. There's no iron sights, as you'd call it, in like COD games or something. It's just a straight rib,
scope on there.
a straight rib with a bead, and you just look down it. You don't really even look down it. My eyes go to the target, my hands follow, and follow through.
Yeah, you just kind of know the gun.
You gotta know
well
what you're
enough
doing.
and how it is.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
On quicker stuff, sometimes you kind of look and make sure. You usually set your barrel, and then barrel awareness is kind of a big thing. You want to know where it's at, but you don't want to actively look down and make sure that it's in the right place. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that makes sense.
But because if you look down and make sure it's in the right place, what are you not looking at? You're not looking at the target. The target's moving; it's going to be gone.
Yeah.
And that's the way a lot of people miss is they're looking down the barrel and not at the target.
Okay, cool. Casey, you got any questions about shotgun before we move on to the next topic?
Not so far. No, I mean that's all. A lot of it went way above my head, but but no, it's really interesting hearing all that. I mean, I until you mentioned shotgun championship, I never even thought about that. I just always thought about recreation.
was
That's
cool,
pretty cool.
I mean, how
especially all
often
the traveling and everything, going all over the world and
Yeah,
stuff,
I mean,
competing. That's
how often do you get
that's
to know
awesome.
a national champion in
Right,
anything?
right, exactly.
And it's weird. It's like every country's different about how they treat firearms.
Yeah.
If you didn't know this, in the UK, if you have a firearms license, you can buy a suppressor anytime.
What is a suppressor?
Yeah, it makes the gun silent.
Oh,
You know what I'm talking about?
yeah.
You've probably seen it in movies or something like that. But
Yeah.
here, you got to pay a $400 tax stamp and go through
Really?
a separate background
It's
check.
a whole thing.
So, but at the same time, in the UK, you have to go through psychological evaluations, triple background checks. They do interviews with other people, and and they do all this stuff, and you've got to like go through this whole mandatory class, and it's like, I mean, you can't have a pistol there. We have pistols all around here.
You can't have a pistol in the UK?
You can't have a pistol in the UK unless you have like a dealer license or some type of special brokerage license where you're able to sell them. Like,
Isn't a Glock the most common gun in America?
it is, yeah. And those are made in Austria.
A lot of places have different rules and restrictions on guns. I think it's from the concealed carry. You can hide a pistol and shit a lot better than you can a rifle.
That's
Yeah,
true.
I mean,
Carry
well,
a
yeah,
pistol or whatever.
you wouldn't really conceal a rifle,
Right.
That would be something if you're
That
walking
would be
around.
something, wouldn't it?
You
You
gotta
can walk
tape
around
your
with a
foot,
rifle.
you're
You're a
and
big
you-
enough guy, I guess. Make it look like you got a nice penis or something just hanging down. I don't know, but
Yeah. I mean, I had to go 8 weeks out.
wrong with you,
So
Casey?
8 weeks
Lots.
before I even went to the UK, that was the deadline to submit to their home office for their police and get a license to import it. And it was pretty seamless, actually. I talked to this Border Patrol guy. He wanted to see the serial numbers on my gun. I showed him the serial numbers. He inputted his paperwork, put a stamp on it, and I was out the door in London with my shotgun that I bought in America. And yeah.
How'd you get that on the plane?
You can travel all the time.
Oh, you can't. You
with
just
guns.
check. You get it checked.
It's treated like any other bag. You
Oh,
just
really?
gotta, well, like the TSA will put it through, and if they want to check it, they'll ask to check it. And you have to like you have to open it for them or something like that.
Just a safety thing to make sure.
Yeah, I mean, well, you can carry ammo under the plane. You can carry guns under the plane. You can't bring them on the plane.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You can't have it
because
carry
obviously,
on, but-
obviously, you don't have access to the cargo hold while you're a passenger in the plane.
Right. But if you bring it on and put it on the overhead shelf,
You're not getting past TSA.
right. That's what I'm
that
saying.
much.
You know,
Now, I don't. People like some people are idiots and like keep ammo in their purse or something. And the TSA is like, give that to me. And yeah, I mean, it's simple. Southwest is the best airline with guns. Surprisingly, everybody has quarrels with Southwest about everything
I
else.
like Southwest.
Yes, some people trash them, and
It's
I'm like,
great.
Southwest
I love
is great. They're cheap.
Southwest sponsor us.
They're cheap. They handle our guns professionally. American Airlines doesn't. Fuck you, American Airlines. Just kidding. Please let me go to Florida this summer. I have tickets with you on Florida, please.
I like Southwest because
don't give me a cease and desist, American Airlines. I don't want it.
I like Southwest
No.
because of my big ass can get in the seats. They give you leg room.
Yeah, sort of. I mean, that's the only airline I've ever flown on.
Better than
Southwest.
Delta or whatever. I flew back from Alaska and it was
Frontier.
no. I was flying. I think Delta. My knees were smashed on the seat in front of me. I'm like, oh my god, this sucks.
Yeah,
I'm sorry
airlines
to the
suck
person
with
in
that.
front of you going,
Southwest,
every
you
bump
get-
with wham wham.
I like Southwest because you get the bags checked for free,
Yeah, that's
two
a
of
good
them.
thing.
and you can sit wherever you want,
Yeah,
and as long as you check in at the right time, you get to sit
I
with
always
your-
forget. I'm always like the last person on the plane.
I was the first one on
Dude,
once.
I
hit it
like
the second.
I sniped that like an eBay product. You know those guys that like snipe eBay
Yeah.
sales,
Yeah.
and are like bidding with 10 seconds left.
I've done that.
I
used
did,
to
dude.
do that on Madden.
At once it hits like say the check-ins at 12. Once it hits 11:59, I'm already refreshing
Yep.
the page and clicking that check-in thing.
What?
I
And-
got it 1 minute after. Sorry, about 1 minute after. And I
Yeah.
was like halfway back on the plane.
You're kidding,
hit
right?
Right? Like what?
I hit it. I was sitting in a hot tub in Florida, and I hit it the second it was a possibility. Like immediately, it refreshed, and I hit it. I think I was like fourth.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then going there before, I forgot to set a timer for it, alarm for it.
Mm-hmm.
And it was at like 6:12. I was supposed to do it. I did it at 6:25. I was the last one on the plane.
Oh yeah. On the way back from Colorado, I remember like the morning of. I was like, shit.
Do you fly much, Emily?
I've only been on a plane, I think, 2 times.
Okay.
When I was like 7.
Oh, really?
So not in a long time, I have not flown anywhere.
Yeah.
We just drive.
I
That's a
flew
better
to-
way of doing it.
Yes.
It's way
Says the
better.
truck driver.
It's better. Yeah, man. Unless you got a lot of time constraint, then it's way better.
My mom
flying.
flies like every weekend, and I'm like, "How do you do it?" And she doesn't like even know.
Does she do it for work?
Yeah.
What's she
Oh,
do?
okay.
Yeah. So I mean, it was really back to like the championship. There's a lot of us that are here as juniors, and like our goal our freshman year was to win, and our goal our sophomore year was to win it, and then our goal this year was win it. And like every year we say we're gonna win it this year, and I think this year we actually believed it. Like, we actually believed that we had a chance this year, and we had the team to do it. The amount of talent that we had just came together perfectly. Yeah. And it's like people in football, like the NFL teams say it all the time, there's never going to be that team again. There's never going to be this team again because everybody's graduating, all that stuff. People transfer for whatever reason they have or whatever. We usually don't have many transfers, but they're probably 1 or 2. And, yeah, I mean, it's like, to just do it this year and the way we did was just that'll just live with me forever. It'll be really cool.
You guys have a really special bond on that team too?
Yeah, I think now we do. We did before. It was a pretty good bond, but like everybody that went, I'd say now is like so much closer to each other because we did that. So yeah,
That's the good thing about doing a team is you have somebody and you're close with. What's your experience with the team been like? Like, take shotgun shooting out of it.
It's been good. Yeah, I mean the people are good. Obviously you have some drama as all teams
You're gonna
do.
have that. There's drama in the communications department every day.
Yeah, especially with like a co-ed team. You're obviously going to have drama there. We used to like say you can't date on the team. Some people didn't listen to that, I guess. And it's turned out fine for them, but still.
It's like dating a coworker.
Should be like the first thing we tell freshmen when they come in is like, don't date somebody on the team until your sophomore year because then you'll know each other and actually who you are.
Right.
Right? Because like they start dating their freshman year and they're like, well, it's like, they just break up and like all this drama. It's like you're gonna have to live with this drama for all the rest of your experience on the team. Do you really want that?
No, nobody
Like,
wants that.
Do you really want to have to shoot with this person and go on trips with them? And you guys have like, what if you ended it badly?
Somebody
gonna do?
cheated or something.
What are you gonna do?
You're screwed.
Yeah, I mean, what are you gonna do? Like, the coach doesn't care. Like, you're there to shoot. You're not
Right.
there to argue about stupid relationship shit.
And you said it's extremely mental.
Oh, yeah,
Shotgun
it's a
shooting is
mental
all
game.
mental.
It's a
You're
mental
not in
game.
the right headspace if you're worrying about your ex-girlfriend sitting on
Yeah.
you next to you on the bus.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's just, yeah. A lot of people can't shoot with their partners because, like, you know, that's just how it is, you know, like, because you then you're like, oh, I got to beat my girlfriend or I got to beat my boyfriend.
Right, and then it turns into
hold on.
competition.
Beat as in beat them by score. All right.
Good save, Jay.
All right, I was just making sure. I don't want anybody to say that, you know, I'm that type of guy. I'm not. All right. But yeah, I mean, it's a whole mental game. That's all it is. I mean, and your eyesight's important or whatever, you know, all that stuff. I wear glasses. A lot of people wear glasses. But as long as you see the target, you have a chance of breaking it, you know?
Right.
Yeah, I mean, it was really important to us to win, and we did.
That's awesome.
And it was awesome. I mean, we the whole time we were like, we didn't check the scores because we didn't want to know. And then, like, once we got done shooting, I probably spent like 6 hours on that score page, just refreshing, just hitting the refresh button, seeing what the score was, seeing if we won or tied or lost or whatever, and seeing the tie just put extra pressure. It was like,
now we got to be perfect.
Yeah, it was like now it's like now it's all down to, you know, how you're feeling that day, because you can't have a bad day.
No,
that day, because, you know, you're that's the only day you get the chance to do it.
Right.
You've had the whole week. You had one or two bad rounds or something.
It happens.
And that's fine. You know, you expect somebody else is going to shoot a better score. When you have 5 people shooting and all of your scores count, you go into it, you're like, my score's going to count either way. I gotta do it. And that's what it was like.
Were you a part of that overtime, the shootout? Or was everybody a part of it? Was it just a few people?
There was a majority of the team was part of it, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we the majority of the team was there. I had a shoot off for individual for super sporting. It was against another guy for an individual national championship. I came second in that.
Oh, wow.
So that was pretty good.
That's really
got
cool.
a silver medal there. And yeah, I mean,
if you want to send us a picture of that, we can put it on the
yeah, I can send you a picture.
Instagram.
I can send you the pictures we took.
Yeah, if you guys want to see that, check out the Instagram the next couple of days. We'll have that on there.
It was yeah. I mean, we got the trophy. The trophy's like 4 feet tall.
Dang.
It's like barely even fit in our coaches drove vans down with all the ammunition, and barely even fit in there.
Really?
He sent a picture. He was like, this thing is a big passenger, guys. It's like, yeah.
You took a van all the way to Texas?
No, we didn't. We flew.
Okay.
But our 2 of our coaches took a van so that they could transport the ammunition down, because we each had to shoot 600 targets. That's
Good God.
way more than the allowance that the airlines allow you to put in your check bag.
How many are you allowed to have in a check? Like 6?
It's like 11 pounds total. So that's like 5 boxes of 25.
That's like a quarter of what you needed.
Yeah, that's less than a quarter. That's like, well, yeah, that is a quarter.
So everybody shot 60 pounds of ammo?
Well, probably. I mean,
Good
everybody
God.
probably shot about 100 pounds of ammo.
Good Lord.
I mean, and yeah. I mean, that's just how it is.
Expensive.
That's 600 shells. Like we shot 600 shells.
That's a lot, right?
Over 3 days.
I don't know anything about shooting.
That's not a lot for me.
That's not a lot?
Yeah. I go to like outside tournaments with 3 flats of shells, which is 750. So
Dang. That's expensive, isn't
yeah.
it?
Yeah. Of course, it's like one of the most expensive sports.
Oh, it is?
My gun's $15,000.
What?
Yeah.
Oh,
Say-
wow.
You didn't know that?
No, I didn't
Yeah.
know that.
Yeah, my gun's 15.
I'm
15 now, yeah.
Jeez.
I don't know anything about
Plus
guns.
the $1,000 custom stock.
Good Lord.
So
I'm all for guns and all that. I've just never shot one. It's never been my thing. I don't like loud noises. I never have.
yeah,
And even with like hearing protection,
it's just a loud noise. Yeah, it'll startle you.
it's like I don't even like pyro. Like when you go to a concert or
Oh, really?
yeah, I went to SmackDown a couple years ago.
Yeah.
And I didn't know that they had this excessively loud pyro. That sounds like cannons going off.
Yeah.
I about fell out of my chair. It scared me so bad. I jumped up and covered my head at one point. I'm from Eureka. Why am I scared of this stuff? Like, there's nothing
Right.
happening in Eureka.
Right.
I think
that happens in Eureka every day, don't
Yeah,
it?
right. I think it's a sensory issue.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm being honest, I don't like. You know, some people don't like bright things. Some people don't like loud noises. Ever since I've been little, I don't like. I was scared of fireworks. I was like 10. Shut
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
Wise guy over there.
Wise guy.
All right.
Any other questions for me?
not about shotgun shooting. Let's talk food.
What about food?
You like food,
Yeah,
correct?
of course.
We talk
Look
about
at me.
food. This is my favorite segment we
Yeah.
do called Taste of the 314. You're
What
not
do you
from,
got for me today?
You're not from St. Louis, correct?
No, I'm not.
Casey had a question for you.
What's your? I don't know if you know anything about this. What's your opinion on the difference of St. Louis and Kansas City barbecue?
Kansas City's better. The best St. Louis barbecue.
I knew you were gonna say
no,
that.
No, look.
Well-
No, listen here. Listen here. Pappy's, your guys' like St. Louis staple.
Yeah.
You want to know where the guy that founded it is from and where he learned how to cook
Kansas City.
barbecue? Kansas City. So how is it St. Louis barbecue when he's cooking you Kansas City barbecue, which, might I add, is like if he had that in Kansas City, it would be a mid barbecue joint.
Really?
Yes.
What's
the difference though? Is it sweeter? What's like taste wise?
I'd say
What's the difference?
it's probably the culture that we have in Kansas City around barbecue. There's a lot more restaurants, and when you have a lot more restaurants cooking that food, there's automatically competition,
Right.
and the cooks want to cook the best food.
Yeah.
And so you have that competition there. You guys have a few good restaurants here. I'm not going to lie, some of it's good.
I like Super Smoker.
But there isn't that
Because my sister
competition.
works there,
Like
but-
St. Louis is famous for Italian food, I think.
On the Hill?
On the Hill.
Yeah.
And
Is
so
it bad that I'm
and
Italian and never been to the Hill?
That is horrible. I'm Italian and I've been to the Hill. I'm not even from here.
I am.
I went when I was 5. Like that was my first. That was my first Hill experience. I think that's the first one I remember. After I was born, I was taken to the Hill. Like
Really?
yeah, because my mom's from here. But I personally think Kansas City is better. It's probably because of we have a little higher elevation than you guys have here, and that helps with the density and the humidity of the wood. And when you have more humid wood,
Human wood?
that automatically causes more juices to come out, and that would cause
Okay.
more flavorful smoke. And I think our rubs, like the way that they prepare the meat, is better. I'd say St. Louis sauce is pretty good.
There's some good sauce here.
Yeah, St. Louis sauce.
You get time to stay with it?
Yeah.
Yeah, St. Louis sauce is pretty good. I like Kansas City sauce. My favorite Kansas City joint to go to is if I'm like not looking to spend a lot of time and just take out, is probably Joe's.
Is that the one at the gas station?
Yeah,
I was just going to ask you about that because my old boss was from Kansas City.
it's
He
a
just
it's a
said
workable. It's
all
like
these
a
great
working gas station. So it's literally just a gas station.
Is it
that
true
has-
they'll tow your car if you park at a pump
Yeah,
and don't get gas?
yeah.
Good.
Or
Yeah,
if you
gas
just
station.
I
leave?
wish they do that at the damn truck stops. God, those idiots taking a shower at the damn fuel island. Fuck you.
Yeah, yeah. They will tow your car.
They have tow trucks like on standby there.
Yeah, I think so.
Nice.
I don't know how many people do it, but a lot of people do.
So do you
do
barbecue yourself? Like you?
I have, yeah.
What do you use? Propane, charcoal, wood? What's your go-to?
If we're like cooking burgers, it's like propane, obviously.
Okay. Yeah.
But we'll use wood with some charcoal at the bottom to light, so that the majority of the smoke is the wood.
Okay.
And we barbecue. But the main thing that I do that we make is Mexican food.
Oh, nice.
So that's like our big
Barbecue
thing.
Mexican food?
No.
Just
No.
Mexican
food. Okay.
Just the food that we make usually
my language
is
now.
Mexican food.
Casey knows every Mexican
I
restaurant.
know where every
on this side of the
Or
Mississippi.
Italian food.
and the west side partially.
Yeah, I like
I've
Mexican
been to
food. That's like
some
my favorite
Mexican
food
rest-
group. Probably is Mexican.
I told
like
you.
'em.
I told you guys would get along.
Mexican. Certain Mexican restaurants in like Indiana and Tennessee, the workers are recognizing me now. I've been there so much, even. So
Every Mexican joint from St. Louis to Chicago, Casey's been to.
there's not a whole ton of good ones. Well, no, there is one. Springfield's pretty good. I know.
Yeah.
So.
The main time we barbecue is Chiefs games. So
Oh, okay.
Are
Yeah.
you a big Chiefs fan?
yeah, we tailgate. So yeah, when we tailgate, we barbecue. Like
Yeah.
that's like, what are you doing if you're not barbecuing
Right.
a cheese tailgate?
What do you barbecue there? Just burgers and dogs, or do you
No,
go
we're
more
doing.
Pork steaks.
We've done steaks. We've done briskets. We've done
Nice.
ribs. We've done T-bone steaks.
Yeah. Do you ever
We've
use
done
smokers?
what are the ones where it's like the big bone?
T-bone.
T-bone?
No,
Oh,
it's the big bone,
I know
and
what
then
you're
there's
talking
the
about.
stuff at the end.
Yeah.
It's like a bone up top, and the meat's
Yeah,
just
the
got the
meat's
thing.
just down
I know
there.
what you're talking about.
yeah,
I
I
can't
don't know
remember
what
what
that's
it's called.
But we've done those.
Yeah.
So-
Okay.
Just outside
yeah.
the stadium at Chiefs games? Or
Huh?
Just outside the game?
Yeah, outside.
Do you go to a lot of Chiefs games?
The games I go to are the playoffs because I'm here and I don't want to miss. I don't have to drive home every weekend.
It's a long drive. It's not long, but it's long,
not that.
It's long enough.
I get used to it because I do it a lot.
Right.
But for many people, it is. Like, it's like 3 hours and 19 minutes, I think.
It's not horrible.
Which isn't horrible, but that's still a drive. You know, if you're going home for the weekend, you've got to do that.
Yeah,
That's
for the weekend.
That's a nice afternoon for you, isn't it, Casey?
Well, let me put it this way. I don't mind driving a semi everywhere, but when I got to get in my personal vehicle, it's like, oh, my God, I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
You'll drive 17 hours on a Tuesday or Thursday in the truck, semi-truck, but if you got to go somewhere on a Monday, it's like, oh, it's not happening.
No, I just told my boss at Whitty, I said, I don't mind driving the truck all over. When it's time to get in my own truck and drive home, all of a sudden that feels like a day drive right there. It's an hour.
Any other food question, student? Give me another food question here.
I knew you were going to like this one. Yeah. St. Louis foods, like specifically St. Louis foods. There's 5 of them. I'm going to rank them.
Okay.
Blindly rank them.
Okay.
We're going to start with gooey butter cookies.
2.
2? All right. Gooey butter cake.
3.
Toasted ravioli.
4.
What?
Yeah. 4.
Pork
I
steak.
like it, but
Pork steak.
1.
Good answer. What was the 5th one? We had 5.
Thin crust pizza.
Yeah, think pizza.
5.
Emo's pizza. You don't like that? Like emo style?
I like all the other things better.
I feel like
I
thin
like
crust
emos.
is like
I'm not going to trash emos here, but I think all of the other things are better, and giving me emos last really put me in a...
I couldn't remember the 5th
Yeah.
one.
Well, I think people from St. Louis like thin crust pizza, but like I have not met anyone who's not originally from St. Louis who loves thin crust.
You got to grow up. Provel cheese is not for everybody.
No.
I love it.
I like it.
I do too.
It's good.
The pizza,
We had something the other day.
Joe
when we were
Bacardi's has
moving-
great pizza.
Yeah. We were moving Dawson the other day. I can't remember what this place was called. It's like I don't know. So I hadn't heard of it. But
Something in Brentwood.
Yeah, it's in River. Oh, I don't know what the fuck it was. But yeah, right near Brentwood. And I don't know what cheese it had on it. It was like a Provel mix with something else. Best freaking pizza I've ever had.
Personally,
it was so
I think the
good.
deli scene in St. Louis is unmatched.
Yeah.
I really like the deli scene in St. Louis.
Sandwiches?
Yes.
I've heard
even
just everything.
I've heard
better.
that sandwich shops downtown are really good. Like not downtown, but in St. Louis.
Yeah, they are.
And I don't like to go downtown or I don't like to go to St. Louis City.
No
Wonder
one
why.
does. Nobody does.
But like I think it's called Mama's Deli. Is that someone?
Yeah, I've heard of that.
I've
That
heard
one's
it's
good.
amazing.
That one's on the hill. That's good. It's a good one.
It's expensive though.
All the delis are expensive, but they're good.
Yeah.
Spend like $14
Viviano's
on a
is really
sandwich.
good. There's another one that starts with a V. It's really good in Maryland Heights area.
Viviano's.
Well, that's one, but another one that starts with the V. It's
Vivola's.
Vivola
Express.
That's
Yeah.
phenomenal.
It's a good one.
A little different, but the best sandwiches, the best sandwich I've ever had is a chicken parm sandwich from Paschetti's.
Okay.
You ever had Paschetti's?
Once.
The bread there is so good. You're nodding your head over here.
Yeah, I've had it.
It's amazing.
It is.
It's
What about Joya's?
I've never been there.
You know what Joya's is? You know what Vivola's is, but not Joya's?
I guess not. No, a friend had to show
okay,
me
you guys better
Vivola's,
go.
So.
You guys better go.
My parents aren't especially my
good.
mother is not exactly adventurous with food.
Okay.
So unless it's my dad and I going out or a friend, I don't. Growing up, we had the same few things. So
Okay.
Your mom makes really good nachos.
yeah. Wait, when did you have them?
New Year's last year. You were so
Oh,
drunk.
I
you don't
made
remember.
the cheese.
Oh, you made the cheese.
Yeah. No, we don't. Well, that's a special. That's the first time we've ever made nacho cheese.
motherfucker.
Motherfucker, I made all the stuff you ate that night.
What'd you make this year? You put a.
That was this year. We
No,
had
I'm talking about the year.
nachos.
No, you had dip this year. The year before.
Oh, what are you talking about?
When you what did you do? You got stupid. You and Dawson got stupid drunk that
Every
night.
year, yeah.
Dawson drank a whole bottle of Screwball. Mm-hmm. And then he couldn't.
That's a lot, man.
He got carried.
Well, he
out.
didn't. Oh, 2 nights ago, bottle and a half almost.
He drank. They left to go buy more Screwball.
Amber did, but she was sober.
Do you like Screwball, Jake?
Yeah. No, I'm not 21.
He brought eggnog screwball this year. Oh, Dawson brought eggnog screwball this year. That was pretty good.
That sounds terrible.
It was good.
No,
I think you had some.
No, but that year when he drank all the Screwball, your mom made nachos or something, but they were awesome.
I don't remember.
You don't remember much of that night.
I don't remember much of any New Year's night.
Yeah. All right. So we're going to take a break for a second. If you want to pause the recording, Emily, we're going to call AJ again. All right, we are back. We have another guest. AJ Biggs has joined the show. We're going to discuss WrestleMania from this past weekend. WrestleMania 40 was one hell of a show. AJ, did you enjoy it?
Yeah, it was great. I really enjoyed both nights.
It was one of my favorite. I mean, all the Manias I've seen have been really good in the last couple of years, but this one it had a special feel to it. What did you guys think?
I liked night 2.
Night 2?
There were only a few matches in night 1 that I cared about.
There was only one match on night 1 that wasn't good.
What?
The Usos. Which is a shame, because that match should have been amazing.
I think they were just short on time.
That's what it felt like. 'Cause, I mean, it felt like a Young Bucks match, but without the Young Bucks.
Stop moving.
And
the damn
the thing
mic.
with the Usos match is like neither of them have like a crazy athletic move, or like have crazy athleticism. But like every WrestleMania match that was good this week and was carried by athletes.
I mean, would you call LA Knight a phenomenal athlete?
No, but I don't really think that match was awesome.
I liked it. I enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it.
He took a
I think
bump.
that was a bottom tier match of the weekend, though.
Yeah, I could agree with that. It wasn't the best, but it was a fun one. I liked it. LA Knight took that back body drop on the concrete.
Yeah, that was cool.
That was wild. I bet that hurt. But it wasn't concrete. There was something under there. Like, it looked cushioned,
It didn't look like concrete. It looked like that hard plastic.
which might be worse.
I don't know. I wouldn't want to fall in either.
No, I wouldn't either. So let's start with night 1. The first match was Becky and Rhea. Jake, stop. Stop rubbing the microphone. Weirdo.
All right.
What'd you think of Becky and Rhea?
I loved it. It definitely deserved the opening match of the weekend, but the way that match went, in my eyes, Rhea got way more over in that match than Becky did.
Rhea sometimes... Jake, stop touching the mic. Some days I'm a big Rhea fan, other days I'm not. I was a massive Rhea fan
Massive.
Saturday night. She looked different, like better different.
She had long hair.
Yeah, she didn't have long hair on Friday, so I don't know.
It's called extensions.
Okay. Rhea with long hair I like a lot better.
Not that you would know.
Yeah.
They're called extensions, Jack.
It's a fake hair.
I didn't know. I'm sorry.
You just can't pull it as hard.
Speaking of, Jesus Christ. The fake hair. Jade Cargill was a 10 out of 10.
What'd you say?
I don't see. So Jade looks like a star. She can't work.
I don't believe that at all.
Have you seen her AEW stuff? She's awful.
Don't matter.
I also
I really don't think it matters. I think that now she's in the best wrestling training possible. AEW doesn't have like a PC like WWE does.
No, they have QT Marshall and Dustin.
Which I mean,
They're great. They're great minds.
yeah, but
But they don't.
for every 2 guys that AEW has, WWE has 5.
That's true. You don't see people developing other than like Sky Blue and Julia.
She's somebody in my mind. She doesn't have to wrestle that often.
Sky?
Like just her look and appeal to be enough on promos to get her through pay-per-views.
Well, she blows up
and
on
to
Twitter.
get watched.
Anytime she wrestles, she blows up on Twitter.
Yeah, she's an athletic China.
Oh, we're talking about different people. I was thinking of Sky Blue still.
No, I love Sky Blue.
I like Sky Blue. I met her once. Anyway, yeah, I agree. Jade is an athletic. China was pretty damn athletic, though. No?
Not really.
You don't think so?
She was just strong.
She was crazy strong. But so was, Jade. So I saw her live once, and you could see from the upper deck her abs.
Yeah, I also like I liked her.
Yeah, you saw her abs, huh?
Only the abs, huh?
See her
I'm sure
abs to
you-
the upper deck, huh? Nice abs she has, huh?
That's what I'm talking about. I'm being 100% serious here. AJ, you know what I'm
That's
talking
not
about.
what I'd be looking at.
She had the puppies out too.
Not that night she didn't. I don't like her baby daddy. Brandon Phillips.
Bro.
Wait, who's her baby daddy?
Brandon Phillips.
How do you know her baby
The
daddy?
baseball player?
Yeah. The guy who started the fight.
That's so weird.
Yeah, they have a kid together. He's
That's
somebody.
really weird.
If he didn't play baseball, he has the personality to be a pro wrestler. Casey, why are you playing with everything over there? So, what would you rate that for opening match out of 5?
The opening match, out of 5, then 5.
Really?
I loved it.
I'd say
Yeah, I
probably
loved it.
4.25. I don't even think it was the best women's match of the weekend.
Well, I don't have a hard grading scale. If I'm entertained and I'm smiling, it's a 5.
All right, Emily.
I'm just a Rhea fan. Like, it doesn't matter. Judgment Day, I like them. People
Judgment
hate
Day
them.
rocks.
Thank you. I like Judgment Day.
They're hit or miss for me. I like Finn. I like Rhea. The hell?
I'm interested to see what JD can do with this group.
JD takes bumps like he wants to die some days.
Yeah, it's awesome.
He's just nuts. So, speaking of that, the ladder match, that came next. That was one of my favorite ladder matches ever.
That was good.
It was an absolute spot fest.
Did you like the winners?
Yeah, very much. I was shocked that not Bait and Don, that A-Town Down Under won. That caught me off guard.
I was happy, but it kind of sucks that they grabbed the first belt.
They did it so fast, too.
Right.
What'd you think?
I thought the execution of that was poor.
The first, yeah, I don't think they were supposed to win it that quick. I think it just happened.
Mm-hmm.
What'd you think of A-Town Down Under winning?
I didn't have a prediction for who was going to win.
Well,
I figured Miz and Truth
we
were going to
knew
win,
that was going to happen.
but I didn't know the second group of people.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody guessed A-Town Down would come out of WrestleMania with belts.
Well, Meltzer even said he doesn't think they're actually going to be in it. He thought it was going to be a swerve where the Hardys were going to come back or the Dudleys were going to get involved or something.
I like this ladder match, though, all in all. I think anytime you have teams in ladder matches, the potential is really high. Last year, they did the same thing, and the matches were good.
Was there a tag ladder match last year?
It wasn't a ladder match, but it was like a 3-team tag match, and it was a spot fest.
With the Street Profits and Braun and Ricochet and something else. All right, before we go back to this, I want to thank Jake for coming on today. It's a great time having you on.
Thank
Good
you.
luck with shotgun shooting in the next season.
Yeah.
Congratulations on the national championship.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming on today. It was a lot of fun.
Yep.
Yeah.
See you guys.
Yeah.
Thank you guys.
Pretty interesting. It's awesome.
What did you say?
Never mind.
That was not English at all what you said, Casey.
Only
English.
50% of what I say is English.
Casey, if you want to sit in that chair so the cord doesn't have to reach across the room.
Yeah, probably. Give me a second here. Oh, my goodness. See you, man. Stay sexy.
All right, so back to Mania. I'm really glad Truth got his moment. Truth seems like he's just such a good guy, and he's a fun dude to have around.
I like the spot where he pinned. I like that a lot.
Well, I don't
You
remember
didn't
who
know
it
what
was.
match he was in.
He called
When
for the-
R-Truth... Say what?
Keep going.
I just like the spot where R-Truth is always confused, and he doesn't know what match he's in, and then he ends up winning that match. I think it's great.
It's great. You remember when he brought a ladder into the Royal Rumble?
Yeah, I think that's what they were trying to allude to.
Well, didn't at one point he call for a tag from somebody,
Mm-hmm.
JD or something?
Yeah, did you... I guess this is going into Raw, but I like what they're doing with it.
With
So last night they had
I
a
watched it,
promo.
but I wasn't fully paying attention.
So yeah, they had a promo where Truth comes back first, and he's like, "I brought the tag team belts back to Judgment Day."
Oh yeah, I did see that. That was great.
I'm liking everything that they're doing there. Do you think that Judgment Day has a new tag team though, with
JD.
Priest having?
Yeah, I think
The
JD and Dom are the new tag team.
See, those guys don't seem like title contenders to me.
Well, I mean, JD was a NXT UK champ for like a year.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, in terms of that tag team division.
Oh, there's so many good tag teams out of nowhere. There's all these tag teams because the Creeds are there too.
And they're saying that with this draft, they're going to get 9 more.
From what, NXT?
They're saying after the draft, there was Gable and Otis had some sort of advertisement for the draft, and they were saying that there was going to be 9 teams added after that.
Jesus, I can't even.
And Otis was.
I can't even think of 9 tag teams in NXT. I think the Hardys are coming back.
But yeah, I think that there might be signing people on too.
What do you think, Emily? The Hardys coming back?
I think that would be cool if they brought them back.
You know the Hardys, right?
Yeah.
Casey, do you know the Hardys?
Oh, they're coming back for sure. I have not been listening for really any of this, but absolutely.
Yeah, you and Jake were sitting there playing with the
He's
microphones.
been taking a nap.
Yeah, I figured.
This is no idea.
We're only 2
This
matches
makes
in,
about
too.
as much sense to me as when I talk trucking to Jack.
Yeah. Yeah. So let's go back to Mania, though, with the ladder match.
Yeah, I got off track there.
It's okay. That's what the show is. Some of the spots, I wrote them down. They're just insane. We had, let's see. There's so many. They set it up. You could tell 2 teams were going to win. Miz and Truth were singing on the way to the ring. I don't even know what happened. An airplane spin from Bate on Balor with a ladder. I don't remember that.
I don't remember that either.
Oh, yeah, Truth did pin Finn. Our Truth thought Johnny Gargano was Sean.
Yeah.
That was pretty funny. There was just so many spots. The DIY did the 3D. What are you 2 doing over there?
Nothing.
The air raid on the ladder was awesome from Ciampa. That springboard move, Emily, you saw this one, right?
Where they launched them?
That was awesome.
That was in the 3-on-3 match.
No, not that one. The springboard DDT through the table.
Oh, yeah, that was cool, too.
That was really cool. Gargano's insane, some of the bumps he'll take. All right.
That was probably the match that I saw the least. That was when I was going over my brother's.
Yeah, you missed a good one. You should go back and watch the spots. What was that? What followed that? I don't even remember.
That was the Philadelphia Street match after that, I think.
No, it was the Mysterios. It was Andrade and Ray.
Another spot fest.
I kind of zoned out in that match. There was so much going on. Did you watch that one?
Yeah, I figured Rey Mysterio was gonna win.
Yeah, there's no way Dom.
Like, I like Judgment Day, but the one I don't like is Dom.
Yeah.
Like, if they could just get rid of Dom, Judgment Day would be, like, my all-time
You're supposed
group.
to hate Dom, though.
I know.
Dom feels... But the reason I don't like Dom is, like, he feels artificially over.
Yeah.
He is definitely over.
But it's not because he's good.
He's gotten a lot better.
The storyline with him being like a spoiled brat son, I like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think it was because, I don't think that character translates out of that storyline. Fun to boo him.
It is fun to boo him. He didn't. Did you go to SmackDown in October?
No.
He wasn't even in the match and he got booed.
That happens a lot, I feel like.
Yeah, that's true. Look at Vicky Guerrero. Remember Vicky Guerrero?
Oh, when
Yeah,
the,
but she
when
was,
the
like,
Rock
actually
was
obnoxious.
singing,
Oh, yeah.
that's my favorite
Rock sings
wrestling
to Vicky
moment.
Guerrero.
That's a good one.
I saw a thing, Rock insults. You know, Rock likes to sing when he insults people.
Yeah.
He said to Stephanie, "You're a hoe with big breasts. Take the night off from hooking if you smell what the Rock's cooking."
I can get behind that.
That's one of my favorite ones. I don't even know what it came from. Just they used to insult Stephanie so bad all the time. Speaking of that, Stephanie's back.
Yeah, that was nice.
I missed her. I like her. I think she's good to have
I'm still
backstage.
surprised they didn't like go more with the Stephanie Levesque stuff and start to leave the McMahon train behind.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised about that too. Now you mention it. What did you think of the Mysterio match with Jason Kelsey getting involved?
I love that part. I knew it was Jason Kelsey as soon as I saw him.
Oh, it was so obviously him.
The beard and just the color of the mask.
The biggest two luchadors I've ever seen.
Right. Well, and he had luchador mask on at the Super Bowl.
Oh,
and
yeah,
he looked exactly the same.
You can't. Jason Kelsey's hard to miss. He's 300 pounds and he's just goofy looking.
So I think I missed the Andrade stuff. Like where'd he come from?
I don't know. It was from what I saw in just the package. Dom brought Andrade in to the LWO or whatever Dom's in. I don't know. Dom was doing something, and then Andrade turned on him. And why didn't Carlito do anything in that match? Why he was just there? Carlito's
just there always.
He doesn't do anything.
Yeah, I know.
At least spit an apple.
Right. Exactly. We're at WrestleMania.
Just spit an apple in Dom's face and then let Ray beat the crap out of him.
But
yeah,
Andrade was over. Andrade was over at Royal Rumble when he came back.
Yeah.
That was the first time that I had really seen him. Where's he from?
He was in WWE and he got released in 2021. And then he went to AEW.
Okay.
He's married to Charlotte Flair.
What?
Yeah, Andrade and Charlotte are married. Well, I think they're halftime they're unfollowing each other on Twitter. I see. Casey, what are you doing?
Playing footsies with you.
Casey's bored.
I wish I was in that room.
Yeah, you should have come up.
I just like annoying Jack.
So,
Sorry.
What was the spot in that match that I don't even know who it was? Joaquin Wilde flew 3/4 way up the ramp?
Yeah, that was cool. I've never seen anything like that.
That was insane. I don't know how he did that.
They slingshotted him.
That was. I think I looked away for 2 seconds, and then he was 3/4 way up there. He flew. Like the man.
So he was on the outside of the ring, and then they grabbed the rope right next to him and slung him up.
That was insane.
Yeah, that was. That match was chaos.
Yes, it was. And then Jason Kelsey and Lane Johnson getting involved. It was just like, oh, yeah, it makes sense.
Yep.
I knew it was going to happen.
I think I had a feeling Jason Kelsey was going to pop up.
Yeah, that. Do you look at any of the reports or anything?
No, like I said, I stayed away from wrestling social media for about 2 weeks before.
2 weeks? Dang.
Just to not have anything spoiled.
I don't like Sean Ross Sapp, but I like his stuff from Fightful.
Mm-hmm.
That guy's so full of himself.
I think that's a problem with the wrestling fans that try to predict so much.
Right, they don't ever just have fun with stuff.
Right, and I wanted to watch just what WWE wanted me to know.
Yeah, I like that too, but I also I got a bad problem. I like spoilers.
It's also fun, right? It's fun to hype. What am I looking for?
Fantasy book. Yeah,
fantasy book and hypothetical.
Your fantasy bookings. I don't know how you predicted that right, but
Cena, man.
So AJ texted me Saturday afternoon, show hadn't even started yet. And he's like, I think Cena's going to get involved with Rock and Cody. And I was like, in Roman. I was like, no, he's not. What do you? I told you to. I think I told you to stop smoking crack.
Yeah.
And then it happened. But we'll get to that.
I just kept saying, hear me out.
I didn't believe you at all.
Now, if I would have said the Undertaker's getting involved, I would have had you shoot me out back.
I don't think anyone could have predicted that.
I think from what I've read and heard, it was supposed to be Stone Cold, but they couldn't get him.
I also like how, in true Undertaker style, shows up, gives The Rock a choke slam, and then they don't want anybody to kick his ass, so he just lights off, he's gone again.
I don't think they can ever have him get beat up again.
Right. And it's the same reason why he didn't really go after too many titles. You just can't ruin his pedigree with something like that.
He did in the 90s.
Yeah, before he was, the Undertaker for real.
All right, next match was the Usos. This match sucked. Let's be honest. This match was terrible. It was a super kick party with a frog splash, and that was it.
So I wanted that little spot where Jay didn't know whether to trust his brother or not, and it was obviously going to be a reversal.
Right. That was so obvious.
I wanted more of that bloodline type story within the match.
Yes. It was there. Jay needed to beat the daylights out of Jimmy, and he didn't.
Right. I feel like this is a good spot for Jay to turn heel on his own.
I don't think the crowd wanted that. I think the crowd would have lost it if Jay turned heel.
I want it.
All right. So
I want to see what they're like as heels on their own, man. Because they're good storytellers.
They are. Jay,
the bloodline story is the best story of wrestling history.
I wouldn't go that far, but it's top 3.
Okay, as long as I've been watching.
I was going to say, how about Austin McMahon? That's
a good storyline.
All right, I don't know if you watch AEW as much, but Omega Page.
No, I don't.
That was a really fun one. What did you think of this match?
I went in knowing who was going to win. Like,
you saw it already?
Yeah, it wasn't like a surprise. I feel like everyone knew what was going to happen.
Everybody knew Jay was going to win. Jimmy had no chance. Casey, wake up over there. Join the conversation.
How you doing?
Very predictable.
It was very, very predictable. I think if Jimmy would have won, it could have set up more stuff for the future.
I don't think that those two should be together. I think that was bad. I don't need to see it.
I think if they run it back at SummerSlam, I think it'll be way better.
I think they need more time if they do.
Yeah, I agree.
You missed your chance to have this, real tough decision for Jay on what he wants to do with Jimmy. Like, you can't do that again at SummerSlam. It's already been done.
Right. So they need something to happen. They need Jay to. Casey, stop. They need to invade. Jay needs to invade Jimmy's house or something.
Right, or
beat up Naomi or something.
Yeah.
Naomi's married to Jimmy. They've been married a long time.
I had no idea.
It was a whole storyline on Total Divas for 5 years.
Okay, I only watched up until season 2.
I watched 6
I was a huge Bella Twins fan.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I used to watch their reality show with John Cena and
Daniel Bryan.
Bryan.
Total Bellas.
I love that
awesome.
show.
Casey, you watched that? You know the Bella Twins?
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
I call them the Cringe Twins.
How?
What is
no.
Twins.
How dare you?
Everything.
I call them the hot chick.
That's fair. Everything they do is cringy.
Who is it?
It was the early 2000s.
No, it wasn't. It was 2011.
No, weren't they around in
No.
2009?
No, they were Cena era.
They were
Cena era.
Yeah, 2009, 2010.
Yeah. Everything was cringy back
So
then.
you know the whole John Laurinaitis thing going on right now?
Yeah.
That's their stepdad.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Those are two that I feel like had success back in the day, but if they were under this type of booking, I don't think that they do that well.
No, they can't. Bree can't wrestle at all.
No.
Bree's a terrible wrestler. Nikki's not much better. All right, speaking of the women, the 6-woman tag match was next. Dakota, Asuka, and Kyrie taking on Jade, Bianca, and Naomi. Bianca is a damn star.
Yeah, except she was spinning her hair around too long when they were lowering the platform. It got a little awkward.
What?
She should have done a different pose.
Oh, during the entrance?
Yeah.
I liked the first thing when Dakota comes out, Michael Cole goes, I bet she's cold.
It was freezing.
That's what I heard. That's what they were saying. I don't know. She didn't look cold. She looked like she was having a great time. Dakota has that look where she's adorable all the time.
I like that match.
Like a smiling puppy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean by that?
I like that match. I feel like...
I barely paid attention to that match.
But do you know what I mean when I say somebody looks like a smiling puppy?
No.
AJ?
No, I don't. You're losing me here.
Never mind.
Jack's on his own path here.
I like Dakota Kai.
She sounds Chinese.
She's not.
Oh,
But I did like that match. I like the Kabuki Warriors. I think that they're
boring to me. It was so predictable.
It was definitely predictable.
Like, Jade was obviously going to pin Dakota from the start. Because
Are we going to ignore the racial undertones with these random teams that they're creating?
Yeah, I was hoping you wouldn't mention that.
I mean...
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, we can go into that. Yeah, I mean, it's three black
Well, it is kind of weird, right? Like, you can't just...
is accepted here.
What did
the
you
Hurt
say?
Business.
Nothing.
Yeah, the Hurt Business, Hit Row, Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know.
The LWO.
There are definitely undertones there.
Well, I mean, they put...
What other connection does Bianca have to Naomi and Cargo?
They don't like Damage Control.
Artificially.
Well, Bianca was getting beat up by Damage Control. Or Jade, I don't remember. Somebody's getting beat up. Bianca came to save the day. Because she doesn't like Damage Control either. Because she's been feuding with EO for a year.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know. I still think that they're doing some sketchy teaming over there.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, I've noticed it. My dermatologist mentioned that today.
It's weird.
They've done that for years, though. The Nation, LWO, all this stuff.
And I guess I'm the only one pointing it out, huh?
I think go on Twitter, it's pointed out.
I'm sure it's definitely pointed out on Twitter. Are you kidding me?
I wrote down least favorite match so far. Damn shame. So much talent in that match, too.
Yeah, but
it felt like
I feel like with
a
team match like that, you're just buying time.
Yeah, that's true. Just give people on time, on the clock, or on the card. What did you think of that one? Did you pay attention?
I feel like it was just a time filler.
It was.
Like there wasn't any thing to it.
Yeah, I agree. It was to make Jade look good.
Yeah, honestly,
it was a showcase.
But it made Dakota look bad, I think.
I would have switched that one to the first match and then put Rhea and Becky.
Well, you want to start hot. You want to start out hot.
Yeah, but like if you're gonna have a shitty match, put it first.
Second, the bad match.
Yeah, the way that they used to do WrestleMania, they had like prelims. That would have been a prelim match.
Definitely. That would have been a pre-show match. All right, next up was Gunther and Sammy. Sammy had an awesome entrance.
Awesome.
Talking to Gable, and then Kevin smacked him across the face, said, "Go do this." Gave him a big hug.
I kind of got a little pumped up.
I did too. That was exciting. So I like Sammy. I really like Gunther.
Yeah, but it was just time to lose.
It was.
That was also a predictable match.
I didn't think so, but
I
What I
had it in my mind that Sami Zayn was going to win.
What I don't like in matches is when a guy gets the crap beat out of him for 17 minutes, gets up, hits 3 moves, and wins. And that's kind of...
I'm back.
What?
I cut out there for a sec.
I don't like the matches where guy gets the crap beat out of him for 17 minutes and then fires up, hits 3 moves, and wins.
There was a little bit of back and forth, but you had to have. I don't see that match playing out any other way, and Sammy wins.
Right. Well, it was like he took 3 power bombs, I think, and then hit a haluva kick out of nowhere.
Yeah, but you could also play the angle that, like, Gunther's took him lightly.
That's true. Yeah, he didn't think of how powerful that kick was. Casey, why are you just playing with the microphone?
And they're really going after mothers.
What?
They're really going after mothers this WrestleMania.
Mothers?
Yeah. Mothers, wives, and kids.
What?
Okay, maybe not the kid.
They went after Sammy's kid.
On Mania?
Not on Mania, but the build up to it.
I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, because last year they had him on camera crying when Sammy lost.
Oh yeah. Oh, I guess Drew's wife got into it too.
Mm-hmm.
And Michelle Rhodes. Yeah. It was a fun match. I enjoyed it. It wasn't. I think it should have been Gable's spot.
I agree, but I like this Sammy Gable match that they're going to do.
That's going to be fun at Payback probably.
Yeah,
in France. That'll be fun. And then what main event was after that? Rock and Roman against Cody and Seth. That was So that started out really slow.
In that match, the only person to not have his finisher kicked out of is The Rock.
Really? Yeah, you're right. Because I mean, everybody kicks out of the curb stomp.
Yeah.
Everybody kicks out of the spear. And everybody kicks out of the crossroads.
Yeah.
Did you?
And The Rock only did it like once anyway.
What?
The Rock only did a rock bottom once.
Yeah, he did at the end.
He might have done it twice, but I don't think he pinned after it.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I'm surprised Rock did anything in this match. I kind of thought he would just be there on the outside. I didn't think he was going to take a bump.
Really? I thought it was going to be the opposite. I thought he was going to carry because you have 3 guys that are going to go the next day.
That's a good way to look at it. What did you think of it about that? Did you think Rock was going to do anything?
Well, I mean, he's been wrestling for a long time. He did take a break.
He hasn't wrestled in 13 years.
Yeah, but
last time he wrestled a real match, the Eric Rowan thing does not count. It was a 6-second. It was a rock bottom. Casey, what'd you think? Was the Rock going to wrestle?
Yeah, I mean, I was kind of disappointed that he didn't or didn't.
Casey doesn't know what's going on.
No idea. Did he wrestle or no?
Yeah, he wrestled.
Oh, okay. Well, I was really excited that he did it. Like, made my night. I didn't have any service, and I was in the woods, but I was definitely watching.
Well,
on Saturday night.
Oh no, I was drunk in the Dawson's basement Saturday night.
Well, I feel like it's The Rock. You can't have him there and not do anything.
Well, he was going to hit the elbow. He was going to hit the rock bottom. He was going to He was going to hit the highlights. It's like Cena. When you see a Cena match, you know what you're getting. You're getting 2 shoulder tackles, a side slam, a 5-knuckle shuffle, and an AA.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he did last night.
I liked that spot last night too.
I mean,
Truth's invisible friend.
For some reason, I thought Matt Hardy was going to debut. For some reason, I think I texted you that.
I don't know if you did.
Texted somebody.
You didn't text me that, I don't think.
What did you think overall of the match?
It did what it needed to do. I was happy with it.
It kept us. It was long. It didn't need to be 47 minutes.
I mean, half of it was just them looking at each other.
Right. They could have got it done in 20.
Yeah.
It didn't.
I like the storylines that they're building, though. The Rock telling the ref all this stuff, like "I'll fire you" and stuff like that.
I did like that. Him telling Chad Patton, "If you count me out, I'll fire you."
Right.
Casey, the Rock's on the executive board now for TKO WWE, so he's like the boss.
Oh, real good.
Casey doesn't like wrestling.
I just don't know anything about it.
I tried to prep him yesterday, and he said, "I'm prepping by tuning you out now so I can do it later."
It was pretty well. I mean, I was about sleeping then, too.
Cody took the pin.
Cody, that was what surprised me. I thought Rollins was 100% taking the pin.
That was too easy of a choice. That was too easy.
I don't care.
So what would you say was match of night 1?
I mean, it ended up working out, and nobody's really going to remember who took the pin.
No, they're not. They're going to remember night 2.
Nobody's really going to remember that match, to be honest with you.
I mean, it was good, but it wasn't.
That should have been an opener.
Right. But you also can't have The Rock open.
Why not?
This just wouldn't happen. It's like Roman opening. It just doesn't happen.
The showcase of the Immortals.
Well, people would watch that and then tune out.
Right. They would turn it off.
Yeah, that's a good point. I guess
like,
Rock's draw is that 90s crowd and stuff.
Did you watch the Hall of Fame?
No.
They were, I mean, I don't know if you want to call it smart, but they had Paulie go on first.
Yeah,
that was cool,
smart.
dude. He put the ECW coat and hat on and the headset.
Yeah, I saw that afterwards.
It was cool. I watched the second half of it. I don't know why wasn't Tommy Dreamer there? Not at the Hall of Fame, just at Mania.
Yeah.
Because the Dudleys were there, RVD was at the Hall of Fame. Where the hell was Tommy Dreamer and the Sandman?
Those guys are the next era.
What?
Those guys are the next era. They're not in that same group.
Tommy Dreamer was
Age
the
group.
face of ECW.
But he was already older.
Right, but he was like, it was a Celebrate ECW.
I guess they should have been there.
I think they definitely should have
I
been
haven't seen Sabu in a long time.
Sabu wrestled, he was in AEW like 6 months ago.
Yeah, well, if he's under contract with them, then.
He's not. He was like the special enforcer in a Jericho match.
Nice.
It was terrible. Adam Cole and Jericho, and it ended by ref stoppage. It was an unsanctioned match that ended by ref stoppage. It was awful. So what would you say was the match of night one, Emily?
Oh, it's a tie. I'm biased because I like
said Becky
Rhea
and
so
Rhea.
much, but
You can say it.
You can say it.
Well,
'cause I'm thinking
okay.
the same thing.
maybe that one or the Cody,
The-
Rock, and Roman and Seth.
That was a fun one. They were all good. I would say I really liked Becky and Rhea.
Because for me, it was like
What are you breaking?
Casey's messing with.
Accidentally bumped something. Excuse me.
Because it like I feel like I could have just watched those two matches and been fine. Like the middle of it, I could have done without.
Like I think we could have gone without the Usos, without the 6-woman tag.
Yeah, but if you don't put the Usos on that card, you have so many people complaining.
That's true. That match needed to happen.
Yeah.
I would say best match of the night. I would say Becky and Rhea. Worst match, Usos.
If you give less time to the tag match, the Usos, I think it's just a time thing.
I think it is too. Because it felt like there was 800 super kicks in 6 minutes.
Right.
Like,
But
it
I
felt like
agree. Rhea and Becky was the best match of night one.
So we're collectively agreeing on that.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, night 2 started out with Drew and Seth, and then it turned into Priest cashing in. And I don't even remember the match. I just remember the post-match stuff. I
remember the match.
I mean,
They played the knee injury a little bit.
I know Drew hit the Claymore immediately, and I thought for a second, I was like, oh, crap. Is Drew going to win this in 3 seconds?
They gave away what was going to happen when Punk was commentating,
Yeah,
in my opinion.
we all knew he was going to get involved somehow.
Get involved, but I feel like once he was there commentating, I had a pretty good idea that Drew was going to win.
Oh, yeah. I thought so, too.
Which I had already thought because Rollins needs to go do surgery or whatever he needs to do.
Right, he needs to get his back fixed. What I did like night 2 is Seth finally got his main event. Seth has deserved a main event for 6 years.
On night 2, you said he got a main event?
No, night 1. When he main evented night 1.
Yeah, but that's, I mean,
The tag
can
match,
we go back to like, I get it, it is a main event, but Roman beat the record for main events because he main evented twice in one weekend, and he's probably done that multiple times.
No, that's the first time he's done that.
Well, either way, it's cheating.
I'm so glad Roman lost the title.
I am too.
It was time for something new. It was time to move on. You're frozen. We lost AJ.
Oh, am I gone?
Oh, you're back now.
Him losing the title signifies
The new era.
the change in era.
Yes,
almost.
I agree 100%. It's the Triple H era, and Cody's a Triple H guy.
So how long does he hold it?
I don't think he's going to hold it that long.
I don't think that he can. You can't have another guy tempt Roman's record for a while,
No,
or else it taints the record.
I wouldn't say that. It's just it's time for something new.
I would,
What do you think?
because if we're just in an era of long reigns, then his is just a factor of the era.
I don't know. I'm kind of because Monday Night Raw, it was Cody and The Rock basically opening the show for like an hour.
That was way too
That
long.
Way
was
too
so
long.
No commercials. They just laid out.
Yeah.
45. It was so long.
I feel like that's
45 minutes, no commercials.
Yeah.
Rock and Cody just talking.
Oh
It,
God.
it was
loved it.
bad.
It was
Are you complaining right
no, but it just was so long. If it was, they could have done it in 20 minutes.
But
Dude, that video package though, with that stupid song.
now? Absolute tearjerker.
Yeah, Almost. Did you? Not quite as bad as Mike Rotunda at the Hall of Fame, though. Did you see that?
No, I did not. I didn't watch the Hall of Fame.
You didn't see anything of it?
No, I saw some of it, but I didn't see that.
Bray Wyatt's dad, when they all got the lights out and the lights went out and his music hit.
Yeah.
You can hear Mike crying.
Dang.
Because he misses his son.
Yeah. I want to watch that documentary that they just made for him.
I haven't got that far yet. I heard it's hard to watch.
Hard to watch as in it's bad, or hard to watch as in it's good?
Sad.
Sad?
Yeah.
That's fine. I can get through that.
All right. So, what do you think about Priest being champ, Emily?
Okay.
Did you know who Damian Priest was before?
No, but he's in Judgment Day, so I was automatically a fan. No, listen. Jack basically made me watch Mania.
Listen.
I
said do your homework and watch Mania.
Yeah,
Casey didn't do his homework.
I had not watched wrestling in probably over 10 years, and now I've become a fan of it again.
See what I did? I worked my magic. Dude, she texted me and said, I'm watching Raw. You made me a fan. I was so happy.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. It just, brought back my childhood.
Right. And I just think that what they're doing right now is way more entertaining than what they did when I was in high school.
Absolutely. When we were in that's when I started watching. It was like 2020. Was cringy. It was bad. It was the end of the Vince era.
Very cringy, very bad.
2017.
And I really think Netflix buying them, they kind of hinted at it at WrestleMania. They're cussing a lot more.
McAfee is.
The Rock is.
Oh, yeah.
All the main eventers kind of said the F-bomb at some point.
Did they?
Yeah. And they were blurring out words all the time.
I'm so sick of that.
Roman was calling Cody Rhodes a bitch.
Roman calls everybody a bitch.
Yeah, but I think that with the Netflix getting Raw, I think they'll be able to go away from that TVMA a lot more.
I think so too. I think it'll be fun. It'll be attitude era level.
Hopefully they just don't abuse it, because then it'll just be cringy.
Right. Sometimes AEW does that. They go a little too far with stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Priest is champ. I don't know how I feel about it.
I like it.
I like it.
It's
about time he learns how to cash in a Money in the Bank.
It's something new, and I'm all for something new.
Yeah, I didn't know he had Money in the Bank, but when he came running out with a briefcase, I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah,
he's going to do it right now.
It was pretty cool. I was at work, and I had it on, and I look up, and Priest is champ, and I was like, the hell just happened?
I like that a lot.
Did you think, during the ladder match on night one, Big E was going to come out? It
didn't cross my mind, but now that I think about it,
I think I texted you that. I was like, "You think Big E's gonna come back?"
You never know when he's healthy.
Well, he said he was working out 2 weeks after he broke his neck.
But WWE's got his health. They're in charge of his health insurance, so they're gonna say when he wrestles.
It's been 2 years. I miss.
I don't know, man. I'm not behind the scenes.
I miss Big E.
I do too.
Big E was just a breath of fresh air when he was the champ for a week.
I think this Priest championship has a lot of potential for fringe main eventers.
I think this is a transitional champ for Drew to win in Scotland.
Yeah. You need to have one of these home guys.
I also think Gunther beats him
one time.
What?
They always go to somebody's hometown. They need to have them lose at their hometown.
Drew lost last year.
He did?
At Clash, yeah, in Cardiff.
Yeah, that's true.
I think
it's overplayed.
I think either Gunther wins in Austria in Germany when they go there, or Drew wins in Scotland. Gunther.
Do they have any French wrestlers?
No.
Giovanni Vinci?
He's not French.
Okay.
I don't know. Actually, he might be. I don't know.
His character is French.
You know Kaiser? Or whatever his name is?
Ludwig Kaiser?
Yeah. He's dating Tiffany Stratton.
Lucky man.
Right? Have you seen Tiffany? She's looks like Barbie.
She hot.
I have.
Gorgeous.
Okay, I'm going to pull up a picture.
Oh, beautiful. Perfect.
You've seen. You weren't there that night.
When?
Never mind. When I got JP's to turn on the Rumble.
I'm all down for
Oh, yeah,
50
and
time.
everyone complained and made you turn it off
Yeah.
like 10 minutes in because...
No, different time.
Ah.
Yeah, it's Tiffy time, that's for sure.
Okay,
What did you find?
I found it. I just cannot wait to see Casey's reaction to
Oh,
this.
God.
Not bad. I mean, what's her name? Tiffany what now?
Stratton.
Okay. Well, I got the night for something to do for the next little while here.
Is she Irish?
The only thing you can find on her on the internet is her wrestling, bud.
What do you say?
Say that again.
It doesn't
The only thing you
come
can
through very
find of
clear.
her on the internet is her wrestling.
Put the other earbud
Sorry to
that
disappoint
works.
you.
Neither one of them work.
You can't hear anything over there?
No, I can. It's just not super clear.
Oh. He said all you can find on the internet is her wrestling.
Oh, okay.
That's not fully true, AJ.
What's her last name? Oh, Stratton.
AJ Stone.
What do you mean
his
that's not fully
research.
true?
We'll talk about that off
Tell
the
me
air.
right now.
Off
She's-
the air.
Wait, she's the same age as I am.
Yeah, she's 23. Off,
24.
When we're not on air, we'll talk about this.
I'll just.
That's a later issue.
Well, let's keep talking here.
All right. So next up was the Philly street fight.
Oh yeah, that was night 2.
Bubba came down. What did you do,
Nothing, Jack. Just continue on.
You're just looking at
Tiffany?
yeah.
Oh God. Anyway,
Oh, I found him.
yeah, I told you there was other stuff.
Yeah, we're just gonna
That's
match 2.
Bubba came down, put the glasses on at one point. That was cool.
Loved it. You can't mess with Bubba or the glasses come on.
No, once the glasses come on, he puts Mae Young through a table, and then it's game over. You guys ever
Let's get a table.
That was cool when he hit Lashley, and then Lashley hit Tez, and then Tez hit Dox, and it was like, get the tables!
Yeah, I know.
That was cool. Snoop on commentary.
No,
I loved it. I thought it was so funny.
You texted me, Emily. Emily texted me, and it was like, you're going to love Snoop. AJ goes, you're going to hate Snoop.
No, I texted Jack, and I was like, you're lucky that you're listening with the sound off.
He was funny. He was talking about Boo Boo at one point, and a picnic table.
I loved it.
I thought it was hilarious.
Nah.
I thought it was really funny. Then he said something about Grandma's table, and then he was...
Oh, yeah, like Grandma's picnic table.
He said
Oh, yeah. Oh, they just grabbed Grandma's picnic table.
And then he said, when the table broke, he started yelling about Grandma's table being broken. It was so stupid. It was so funny, though.
Honestly,
I didn't know he was a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, he is.
dude, I want to replace Pat McAfee with Snoop
No.
Dogg.
No, stop.
No.
Listen,
You
make
can-
it more entertaining.
Together. They're hilarious together.
Yeah,
Okay,
He is entertaining.
Get
Are you
rid of
kidding
Michael
me?
Cole then.
Graves. We're getting ready
Can't
to
get rid of Mark.
Okay.
Yeah, you can get rid of Corey Graves.
You know what I think would be the greatest duo ever in announcers?
Oh.
Excalibur, Taz, and McAfee.
No respect for the king?
I'm talking about just pure entertainment wise. Imagine Taz and McAfee together.
Those guys would be good.
And then Excalibur in there to try to keep the peace.
I like McAfee and Cole because they also have those moments where they're just good buds.
Yeah, they are good friends.
Those wholesome moments.
I did think it was funny. I don't know if you saw this part. They were showing the celebrities in the crowd, and Vanessa Hudgenson was sitting right behind them. And Pat does not care about Vanessa Hudgenson. There's Zito and Foxy and Ty Schmidt, Tone Diggs and Connor. And every time he says something, Cole goes, Stooge, Stooge, Stooge.
Yeah. They are stooges.
They're funny, though.
I think it was hilarious that Kittle was there both days.
Was he there first night?
Yeah, he was there first night. He was right behind he was right next to where Hudges was. That's
Okay.
Hudges.
Yeah, right. Vanessa was there both nights, too. Apparently, she was in a movie with The Rock, which she was like High School Musical era. Vanessa Hudgenson. They were in Journey.
Oh, wow.
I think they were in Journey to the Center of the Earth together, or Journey to something. You know that movie?
I have no idea.
I know what you're talking about.
I can't think what it's called, but it's Journey to something, and Rock and Vanessa. are in it.
There's two of them. There's one that's like Journey to the Center of the Earth, and then there's one that's Journey from.
And one of them has Rock and Vanessa in it. She's married to
I don't
some
know.
riff-raff baseball player.
Just some garbage
Yeah.
ball player.
Yeah. I don't remember his name, but I've heard about him a lot. Anyway, what'd you think of the street fight, Emily?
I didn't really care.
You don't like the weapons?
I agree.
I mean,
I agree.
It was nothing. It was
it was another time filler.
You mentioned the racial undertones. It's another one. The Street Profits and Bobby.
Yes, it is. Well, this match is the Mysterio match without Mysterio in it.
Yeah,
without somebody like Mysterio.
Exactly. It was to get the Street Profits and Bobby on the card. I mean, it was a fun match.
I mean,
Bobby took a lot of kendo shots.
Bobby deserves to be at WrestleMania. I don't know if the Street Profits do. Especially when Pretty Deadly doesn't make it.
Street Profits are way better than Pretty Deadly. You're going to tell me Elton Prince is better than Montez Ford? That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard, AJ. Do you know these people at all?
No idea.
Montez has the chance to be a huge star.
I agree. You don't think that Pretty Deadly has a chance to be like a really good team? They're entertaining.
I don't like them.
I don't even like their type of entertainment, but they are entertaining.
I'll give you that. They're entertaining, but I don't personally like them. I got like 3 feet away from them at SmackDown. I saw him drive out.
And I bet you didn't care.
I didn't. Because Cena was right behind him.
Loser.
John Cena was 1 car behind him. I lost my mind when I realized it was John Cena. My voice was gone for a week, AJ. What was the third match? Was that LA Knight and
Styles?
AJ, yeah. I enjoyed this one. This was it wasn't anything special. It wasn't a barn burner all-time classic, but it was a fun match. 2 big stars.
I don't even know if I remember a lot from this match.
I just remember the backdrop on the outside.
Yeah.
And I know AJ tried to do the forearm and he got caught with what is it called? The Rolling Thunder?
Mm-hmm.
That half stunner knee breaker thing?
Yeah. I like that finisher.
What?
I like that finisher.
Yeah, it's cool. It's kind of like a stunner and kind of like a backbreaker or a jawbreaker. But, I mean, I think we can kind of gloss over this match. This was just kind of...
It was another time fun.
I mean, it was good rivalry, but the match... You got 2 45-year-olds.
Yeah, and that's the sad thing about LA Knight, right? Like, this is probably the maximum of his potential.
He needs a title. He needs to win a title. He deserves it. He's worked hard. He deserves a title.
This is a guy where, as much as the universe will say that he deserves a heavyweight championship, just give him an undercard belt.
Let him beat Logan Paul.
Ooh, I like that.
Speaking of Logan Paul, next match was the triple threat, Randy, KO, and Logan Paul. My favorite entrance of the night was Kevin backing up the stage and Randy getting on the back of the golf cart.
That was awesome. That was my favorite, probably like entertainment moment of the weekend. Just pure wrestling entertainment.
Casey's stuck in the chair trying to get out. He leaned back too far.
I also like the spot where Owens and Randy Orton are like, "Are we gonna do this now?" They're like trying to prolong by beating Logan Paul.
Yeah, I could see them being a tag team.
I gotta pee and taking a chair with me.
Okay.
What would their tag name be? Because it's already RKO.
RKO.
It would just be RKO.
Yeah. That could be a fun one. They would be a fun tag team together, I think.
I just like this character Randy Orton's in. Just like this veteran enjoying his time.
He's just along for the ride at this point.
Yeah.
So Emily met Randy Orton once.
I did.
You want to tell that story?
And how'd that go?
Okay, so I think I was in 3rd.
You were like
grade?
9.
Yeah,
11 years ago.
Like this is when I was.
This was bald asshole Randy Orton.
Oh yeah. So.
The Viper.
Yeah.
Yeah, his daughter went to my elementary school. She was a few grades younger than me, so I didn't know her. But I remember we were walking in from recess at the end of the day, and we just see this big, like, bald, tatted up man, like, sitting in a little chair in the cafeteria. And everyone is like, who is that? But then other kids are like, oh my God, that's Randy Orton. So we're like getting all of our backpacks and stuff, getting ready to leave for the day. And people are going up to the tray, grabbing like stacks of paper to get ready to get his autograph. Well, we walk out into the cafeteria. He's gone. So me and my friend, who were like big wrestling fans, we walk out to the car line, and we see this black Bentley across the parking lot. And us being the like kids we were like, oh my God, like that's his car. So we run across this parking lot where cars are like actively coming towards us. And we go, and he saw us, and he like rolled his window down. He's like, oh, what are your names? He's like talking to us. I have his autograph somewhere. I don't know where it is, but I know I have it. And he was like the nicest guy ever.
Oh, that's nice.
All right, we're back.
What if he just told you guys to turn around and he didn't want to talk to you?
Oh,
How'd you have felt?
we would have cried. I would have been so upset, dude.
Was this Randy?
Yeah.
Randy story. AJ, have you met any wrestlers?
No, 0.
Really?
Yep,
We're gonna change that this summer if you come to indie shows with me.
that'd be cool.
You've never been to any, have you?
I've never been to an indie show. I am literally as casual of a WWE fan as there gets without being casual.
Yeah, you're not a casual. You know a lot.
I watch it a lot, but I don't know. I have other shit that I'm doing to
Right.
watch other shit. I just, the 2 nights a week is good for me.
So this summer, you, Emily,
Yeah.
maybe you won't come. But AJ, we're gonna go to a show this summer at Glory Pro show.
That'd be fun.
They're a good time, especially if it's at South Broadway. They got cheap beer.
I mean, I've been to one wrestling event, and I have never been to a pay-per-view.
What'd you go to? Raw or something?
I went to Raw when I was like in 3rd grade or something, and then The Undertaker came out, and I shit my pants.
You saw The Undertaker live?
Yep.
What?
Yep. Long time ago though.
That's awesome.
Like I barely even remember that night.
You remember Undertaker.
I do remember I was terrified. I was actually terrified of that.
Really? Because you were like 9?
Yeah, dude. You kidding me? When the lights went off, that dude could pop up anywhere.
And his pyro.
Row 35, seat A. That's where he could have been.
Is that where you were sitting?
I have no idea. Definitely not. There's no way we're that close.
I sat at Collision row 1, but not ringside row 1, like seats row 1.
Mm-hmm.
That was pretty cool. I got bumped up from like the last row in the building to the front row, so that was really good. Jay White was like 3 feet away from me. He's huge. You know Jay White?
No.
Over in AEW. He's Switchblade.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know.
He's like massive. He doesn't look it, but he's huge. Same thing with the Ash
Yeah,
Boys.
well, everybody, every wrestler is massive. So the ones that don't look that big, they're probably still pretty big.
Like, you know the Ash Boys, right?
Yeah.
Colton Gunn is like Billy size.
Yeah.
So where are we at, Mania? Because we got to wrap this up somewhat.
We just
soon.
did AJ Logan.
We've been doing this for 2 hours. It's
Yeah, I
a
don't
little too long.
even know when you guys got there.
We started at 6. We called you at 7. We talked to Jake for an hour.
Putting in the shift tonight.
Oh yeah, we're not going anywhere. So. But let's see. Next up was Bailey and Io.
Yep.
This was my favorite match of the weekend. Like in ring wise. Not storytelling wise, but Bailey Io in ring wise match of the night.
you're a Bailey stan.
I am a Bailey. Like you, Emily likes Rhea. I like Bailey. Bailey was the top star when I got into it. One of the first episodes of Raw or SmackDown I ever watched was when she turned on Sasha.
Okay.
When she put her leg in the chair and jumped on her.
So who does this continue with Bailey and them, or does she go after?
Yeah, I continue. I think. Oh, he gone. AJ, his phone died. All right, Emily, we're gonna keep this going.
Okay.
We're gonna try to call him back
I'll do my best.
in a minute. I'm a huge Bailey fan.
I know you talked to me about that.
I like Bailey,
and I didn't watch the match. I decided to take a shower because I did not know either of the people in it.
like I said, Bailey's was my favorite when I got in, like immediately. There was something about her that I really liked, and she's a great talker, great on the mic. The crowd loves her. She was super, super over in this match. The crowd went nuts. She carried the company through the pandemic, and then the first day the crowds were back, she blew out her knee. Or like 2 days before the crowds came back, she blew out her knee and was gone for a year.
Oh.
And then came back at SummerSlam with Dakota and Io 2 years ago, and it was awesome. And it was really, really cool. And Bailey's just been, she deserved it. More than I think anybody on the card, she deserved it.
I'll agree with you because I have no other input. I only know what you've told me.
And I think after that was the main event.
Oh, okay.
Unless we're missing something. Try to get Biggs back on here.
It was only a few days ago, and
It was.
don't remember.
I watched it yesterday, and it feels like it was forever ago.
Now let's see if we can get AJ back.
Yeah.
Or if his phone. Oh, no.
It's dead.
He's gone.
Yeah, so that's I guess all we got
R.I.P.
AJ. Oh, I just declined it. Whoops.
Oh, okay. Maybe he is alive.
All right, you're back.
There he is.
You're not on the thing. Hold on, we gotta fix this.
Technical issues.
Take the time. We gotta fix this. Oh, okay, it's fixed. All right, you're back, AJ.
All right. So is Bailey taking on
EO.
the Kabuki Warriors still?
No,
Or
it was EO.
Damage Control or whoever they are?
I think Dakota gets a shot eventually because Dakota was her girl.
And you are a Dakota stan too.
I like Dakota. Charlie, I don't know her last name. Charlie something. I like her. I've been.
The thing with these belts is
you know,
like
she's like 33.
Dakota Kai.
Yeah,
Wow, she looks really young.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Let me look this up.
How long has she been around?
She's been around for a while. She was in NXT for a while. She's 35.
Wow.
She started wrestling in 2007.
I hope I look like that when I'm 35.
Yeah, really. I hope I look like R-Truth when I'm 35. He's 52.
Yeah, that dude aged
52.
perfectly.
He's 52. But that, I mean, I read that somewhere that Dakota was going to get a shot soon. I think Dakota, Raquel.
I like the Raquel angle, except like Bailey would need to go heel for that. Raquel cannot go heel.
No, that's true.
She's got that.
Dakota and Rhea, or not Dakota and Rhea. Raquel and Rio would be fun.
Raquel and Rhea.
When Raquel won the NXT title 4 or 5 years ago, 3 or 4 years ago, it was off Rhea, and it was an awesome match.
If Liv makes a run at a belt this year, I would like to see Liv Raquel again.
Well, Liv turned heel last night.
Really?
Yeah, she chucked a chair at Rhea's face.
Ripley?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Backstage, Rhea was yelling at Dom, and then he walked off, and Rhea gets about knocked out. Like almost knocked out.
I like the Bailey win.
How about
the crowd reaction was probably one of the best ones of the weekend.
Other than Cody, it was the best.
Yeah, I mean that doesn't count though, right?
Right. Well, how about Bailey rocks?
Bailey does rock.
No, Bailey, Roxanne Perez.
Oh, I like that.
That could be a fun match.
and it's like kind of on brand for Bailey there.
Yeah, I feel like that would fit. They're both the lovable. Well, Rox is healed now, but they're both lovable baby faces.
Right, and I feel like Bailey's, not that it's her role, but she likes bringing up younger talent.
I agree.
And newer talent.
I think it works really good. Let's get into this main event, and we can wrap this up soon. Because this is almost
best main event I've ever seen of any WrestleMania that I've watched live or rewatched.
Have you watched a lot of older ones?
Yes.
The only one, I haven't seen it, but the only one I can think that rivals it is Brett and Sean at 13, 11, 12, 14.
The old personal favorite of mine was Shawn Undertaker
25.
2.
Oh, 26.
2. No.
Okay.
Yeah, the second one.
I've never seen that one.
It was the one where I was a huge Shawn Michaels fan.
That was the jumping tombstone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was also the retirement match.
Oh, yeah.
Streak versus career.
Have you seen that one?
I don't think so.
Do you know who Shawn Michaels is?
Yeah.
Okay, good. We got to clear that up.
Casey's
rocking out.
This would have been around the time that you watched.
It was like 2010.
Okay, I remember the name, but I only watched one WrestleMania, and that was after Shawn Michaels.
Okay.
Do you remember which one you watched?
I watched the one with The Rock and John Cena
It was 28 or 29.
Yeah.
The first one?
I think it was the first one.
The one in Miami?
Yeah, that one.
That was...
Okay, yeah. Was it called Once in a Lifetime?
Yeah.
Okay, that was the first. That was 28.
And then it ended up being The Eclipse twice in a lifetime, maybe 3 times.
That was the one. That was the last time Rock wrestled before last night or Saturday night.
Okay, that was the one I watched.
This match was just, it was actually a good match in the ring. Roman doesn't have a lot of those. It was a good in-ring match. It wasn't. I mean, there's a lot of spears and a lot of Superman punches and a lot of crossroads and a lot of cutters, but
and a lot of bookings. But it all felt like it was as much as you could do without overdoing it.
Right
on each end.
Casey, if you don't know here, pay attention, my friend. Learn a little history of wrestling.
Oh, beautiful.
So the bloodline, they're the Samoans, and they have the family. It's the greatest family in probably any sport. The Anawais.
Yeah.
I can't think of another sport that has that many people that are that talented.
I mean,
the Mannings maybe, but they're nowhere near that level.
Yeah, but it's also like they're in a different realm.
Right, but I mean, even like Hollywood, there's not a family like that.
I don't know. I really don't know. They're definitely the best wrestling family of all time.
Next, close second is the Harts.
Yeah.
And then the Von Erichs. But this match, so Roman is the tribal chief. He's the head of the Samoan family. He's the head of the table. And his cousins were his goons for a while. And one of the cousins turned on him. What's that face?
What's a goon?
His, like, helpers.
Oh, okay.
Like his henchmen. And so Cody's about to win the match. And Jimmy comes out and breaks it up. Well, his brother, identical twin brother, Jay, comes out and beats the crap out of him.
His twin brother. The
Jimmy's.
Chiefs?
Yeah, no.
That spot sucked too.
What? That was the best spot of the match. The table spot? That was better than the Usos match.
I mean, the way that he grabbed him and threw him off.
That was a bad spear.
So bad.
But, I mean, they almost missed the table, too.
I think that was not the best spot of that.
I mean, it was the best physical spot.
Yeah, it was definitely the most physically demanding
Yeah, it was a cool spot. It was a cool spot. Anyway, that happens. And then, Solo came out after that?
Yeah.
And then Cena put him through a table with an AA out of nowhere. We hear,
And then The Rock came out.
And then we knew that was going to come. Rock hit Cena with a rock bottom. And then you hear, gong.
Yeah, then the Shield comes out.
Oh, yeah, that happened. I forgot Seth came out.
That happened first.
Yeah, Seth came out to the Shield music through the crowd.
Yep.
In Shield gear.
Yeah, but they didn't show him coming down the crowd. I don't know if they didn't know where he was coming from or if it was intentional.
I don't know. They got a new camera guy. I don't know.
Yeah, this is their first year.
Without Kevin Dunn, and it's so much better without Kevin Dunn.
I agree.
Kevin Dunn is
There's some
awful.
spots where it's like you can tell that it's a new crew, but I think in a year or so, they'll all be more comfortable doing it, and it'll be great.
It's like us in TV production class.
Yeah.
Don't say any
definitely.
names. Don't say any names.
I wasn't gonna.
I never know. But, and then Seth comes out and Roman tells the story. Do you know the history?
Yeah, like
The Shield?
around the time I stopped watching, the Shield was like
Hot.
at the peak.
Well, Seth was the one that ended
Same.
the Shield.
That was when I stopped too.
Was right before Seth turned?
Right? Yeah.
Because
They were still the Shield.
I went in and knowing like the Shield didn't exist, but I didn't know how it ended.
So you know Dean Ambrose is now John Moxley.
I had no idea what
And he's
happened
so much
to
better.
him.
He's so much better as Moxley.
I had no idea.
Well, because they didn't let him.
They
Dean
didn't let him be
Ambrose-
Moxley.
Right. Outside of like wrestling, he enjoys the gruesome matches, and the WWE, especially at that time, was not
They weren't
about that.
They weren't going to let him drink John Cena's blood,
Right.
which is wild that happens in AEW. But so Seth was the one that ended the Shield, and Roman's never been able to beat Seth.
Okay.
Still to this day, that happened. What was it? 7 years ago? 9 years ago? It happened. 10 years ago?
Mhm.
It was a while ago,
Yeah.
and he's never been able to beat him. So that's why when Roman had the choice to take out Seth or Cody, he took out Seth because Seth had been torturing him for 10 years. But they've gotten
Well,
back.
not only that, it perfectly recreated the Seth and Roman
It did.
original turn on because Seth hit Roman in the back with a chair
Looking
the
at the
same
hard,
way.
looking at the hard cam,
Yeah.
it was pretty cool. It was really cool. I
I really enjoyed that. That was like that's what do they call it? Long-term storytelling.
that's long storytelling at its finest.
Yeah.
It was amazing. And then the Undertaker, like we said, came out and what did he do? Chokeslammed Rock. That was a massive
Chokeslam
chokeslam.
the Rock, and then the lights went back off.
That chokeslam, he got him up high on that.
Yeah.
Old man Undertaker's still pretty strong.
I didn't like that he was dressed as Mark Calloway.
He'll never be the Undertaker again. He said it. He said he'll never wear the hat in the ring again.
Damn. That's sad.
Yeah. He said he's badass.
You think his eyes are fucked up from like going up in their skull?
Probably. So, what would you guys say is match of the night?
Match of the night,
Oh.
match of the weekend, main event.
Main event?
Yeah.
I'll say that one, and then from an in-ring standpoint, Bailey and Io was 2.
You're just biased. From an in-ring standpoint, main event was better.
Well, yeah, no,
From an
I said
out-of-ring
that.
standpoint, main event was better.
I said that. I
From a
said.
build-up standpoint, the main event was
I
better.
said other than that.
I mean, everything
Other than everything about the match.
I'm seeing is saying that was the best main event they've had.
It's definitely up there.
It was.
If
And what
it's-
other main event has
That's what I'm
that
saying.
many
but if
that many legends of different eras? If you were a 90s guy, you enjoy it because The Rock's in. If you're an 80s guy, you enjoy it because The Undertaker's in it. You're one of us, we enjoyed it because John Cena was in it, and we know all these new guys.
Yeah.
do you think Stone Cold was originally supposed to be in it?
I don't know. I wish he was in it.
It would have been if Stone Cold's in it. It's the greatest match in the history of wrestling.
Right. If after Undertaker left, they had the best moment for Broken Glass.
It was, but there was nobody for him to hit.
And I feel like a lot of people were waiting for it.
No, they were. They absolutely were. Do you watch wrestling YouTube at all?
I watch one guy.
Do you watch Ups and Downs, Simon?
Oh, well, I know about him. What culture? Yeah.
He was there and he said the same thing.
That everybody was ready for Austin.
I cannot stand What Culture, but I like Simon.
I don't even watch them. I watch that Santi dude.
Oh yeah, Lucas loves him.
You're good. Makes good content.
He does make good content. Oh, Jackson Holiday just got called up. Breaking news out of the podcast, whatever we're called. We don't know Jack. So, well, AJ, thanks for coming on. Don't hang up, but we're gonna wrap this up.
Yep. Thanks for having me.
thanks for coming on to join us. I want to thank Jake Deane
Anytime.
again for coming on. If you made it this far, I know it was a lot of wrestling, and I know it was a big old shit show of stuff. We're still learning some things, but thanks everybody for watching. Emily, thanks for coming. Casey, thanks for being here again. Casey is still here if you're still watching. Casey, got anything to say?
Nope.
Got anything to plug?
No, not really. Just stay hot, honey buns.
Follow him on Instagram, trucker_Casey.
Yeah.
Emily, got anything to plug?
No, I do not.
Instagram, Twitter, TikTok.
My Instagram is enkrak.
AJ, got anything to plug?
Out of Bounds. Watch the Out of Bounds podcast.
Are you on that still?
Sometimes. I was supposed to be on there today, but I had to watch my mom.
Oh. All right. Well, thanks for coming on again. We had a lot of fun. We'll be back next week. Next week, I'm excited. We have another guest. He's a one-legged kickboxer.
Awesome.
So we're really excited for that. It's going to be a lot of fun. Thanks, everybody, for listening. We'll see you next week. Have a good night.